Hello everybody, Lumus here from Failing at Gaming, and it is Pokémon Uranium time. I decided to start a little bit early while we wait for Asmoth, so that we can try and get a few more levels in. So we're hoping to finish the game tonight. We've got Victory Road and the Elite Four beyond it left to go. Hi Mangle, how you doing? You having a good evening? Was it your first day of college today? How did you find it? So yeah, Asmoth isn't here yet. He'll be about 20-25 minutes, but I wanted to make a start. Just do some grinding while we wait for him, and then we'll head off to Victory Road. Asmoth is off on his space mission this week, so we need to finish it today. We gotta push hard. You're sad? How come, Mangle? Oh, because of Vinny? Rip Vinny. Too good for this world. College was okay? Alright, glad to hear it was alright. And he was just too beautiful. The world wasn't meant for somebody that beautiful, you know? We'll have Andorra at fighting fitness in no time. Yeah, so do you know your college schedule now? So I think you said it looked like you're going to be at there 3 days a week or something? No idea who to put in the team. What are your options? Who's still available? What are you looking for? Another bug? Another fairy? Something different? Poison jab. What? Thundara is evolving? Ah man, Asmoth is gonna be mad that he missed this. We weren't holding off an evolution for something, were we? I think we just wanted to evolve as soon as we could. Yeah, I'm gonna get yelled at when Asmoth gets here. But it'll be problems if we don't finish the game tonight, so you know. We're gonna knuckle down and find that strength. You got a Voltasu. 3 days a week plus the volunteering. Probably gonna go for a water type. We didn't get many water types in this game. Not early on at least. Suppose you'll have to see what you catch unless you've already got one. So I'll still see you for some streams in the afternoon then. That's nice. Crystal is your lap cat now. It's good that there's always a cat on lap duty. Hey Miki. Yeah, since we're hoping to finish the game tonight, I thought I'd start a little early. And try and get some levels in. Make sure the squad's ready for when we do the Elite Four. So yeah, just gonna do a quick bit of grinding until Asmoth gets here. Cast Snail, a Glass Slug, and a Magikarp. Ooh. Okay, so you got some options then. Yeah, you having a good evening, Miki? I remember Cast Snail looking cool. I can't picture a Glass Slug. I'd have to have a quick look. He should be here any time. Well, should be here in about 15 minutes, I guess. Normally arrives 30 seconds before the stream's due to start. Finish up. Whoops. My evening's going pretty good. I did have to rush quite a bit to get here after Skyrim. But I think this is important too. Asmoth's launching on a space mission. I think tomorrow morning. So we need to finish it tonight or we won't be able to be here for the finale. So we gotta knuckle down and get things done. Oh yeah, remember to vote everybody if you've not done so already. I'll be calling that vote at the end of this stream. And last time I checked it was tied, so if somebody could break that tie, that'd be super. Can't vote again. If only Lady Meow were here. She has no such restrictions. Ooh. Big Sister's pulled ahead. Let's train, Miki. Yeah, unless somebody votes otherwise in the next couple of hours. Oh, Nando's got good special attack. I mean, you just voted? Okay, wait, was it you voting for Big Sister? Or have you just voted for the red-blue Monolocke? Just to ruin my day. Why, Mangle? Why would you do that? Why would you make it tied again? I mean, Gyarados is normally a physical attacker, so that plus attack would be nice. I know it's boring using an existing Pokemon, but there is Mega Gyarados in this. You voted for the Monolocke? Yeah, I thought that would be more your thing. Yep, so it's tied again. I was gonna say, if I can't believe that you would have voted for My Big Sister over a Pokemon game. XCOM is an old-fashioned strategy game about you trying to defend the Earth from an alien invasion. And it's a very realistic portrayal in that you often have no idea what's going on and are desperately trying to rally together your forces, while having to deal with politicians cutting your funds because you're not defending their favourite areas enough, and public opinion is against you, and you think you've put together a good force of soldiers, but then it turns out the aliens have invented turned up with some new kind of mind control ray, and they just kill all of your soldiers. And you're like, okay, well, gotta try and desperately come up with a countermeasure to this, and it's kind of mayhem. I have played it before a little bit. I've not gotten far into it. So I'd like to try, so I'll be doing it semi-blind, trying to finish it on stream. My Big Sister is a game that I won, and I know very, very little about it. I think maybe it's some sort of RPG. I'll be playing it very, very blind, which will be fun. But yeah, no idea what I'll be in for that one. So if that wins, it'll be exciting. Yeah, Wednesday nights are going to be Minecraft for a while. The variant team stream. And after Minecraft, we'll probably be starting another team stream game. Like Wednesday nights might be team stream night for a while, but like the continuity team streams, we play the same game. Unlike the Friday night team streams where we played a different game every week. But yeah, the normal type monologue's going to be interesting. I haven't decided what my strategy for Brock is going to be. Of course, in Red Blue, there's very few normal type Pokemon that learn any moves that aren't normal type. And Brock's Pokemon have, you know, they're all rock type and they've all got high physical defense, so normal attacks will do very little to them. The rest of the game should be okay because normal types can learn lots of TMs, so we should be able to adapt to a lot of the things going on out there. I think normal types will be one of the easier monologues I'm planning to do. But Brock is going to be difficult. I'm considering starting with a Porygon because they learn, I think they learn Psychic, but it's at like level 23 or something. Just a lot of grinding for the first gym. I'm thinking at level 23, couldn't a normal type just win legitimately with normal type moves at that level? I could probably do that with a Rattata and a Pidgey. Who knows? Go for it, Mangle. So yeah, I'd be excited by any of those options up for vote. So I really don't mind where it goes as long as we get a clear result. I mean, I guess if it's that close to being tied at the end, then it means that people are equally invested in multiple options. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, did you know that they based a character on you, Miki? Ninja Master Miki? Who specializes in powerful attacks? It's weird that they don't have a fire type, though. Yeah, I'm excited about the Wednesday stream. New stuff to try. See where it goes. I'm hoping that someday I'll be able to start streaming on Thursday evenings as well. This thing you got out of the mystery gift is adorable. What did you get, Mangle? I've not decided whether I'd be using the Thursday night to start streaming Pokemon on, so that there'd be 2 sessions a game, because we're giving over the Wednesday session, or whether I'd be using it for something else. I've been thinking about having a horror night. I've never played a lot of horror games. So if we did do like a horror night once a week, I could play a lot of the classic horror games completely blind. And put the webcam on and you guys can watch me freak out. Welcome, trainer. It's me, Miki. So yeah, I've not decided yet what I'm gonna do with the Thursday stream if we get one. Pokemon Uranium Anniversary 1 and 2 mystery gift. Okay. It sounds cool. Buzz, buzz. So do you get Pokemon out of the mystery gift? You know, when I tried it, it said the mystery gift server was down. And I didn't try it since. I wonder if that's because I was using an older version. Could we have been getting mystery gifts all along? Also, that's so strange and cool and overpowered Pokemon. Yeah, what do you guys think? Would you watch a Horror Night stream? Yeah? You go for that? Using them in the Nuzlocke. Ooh. Yeah, you've got a space in your squad. Get them in there. You'd watch? Good to hear, Miki. If Miki's not gonna watch, there's no point in doing a stream. Something has gone terribly wrong if Miki isn't watching. You both watch? Cool. Yeah, I think that's a thing I'd like to do someday. Won't be for a long time though, if I do it. Need to get my life into a better position before I can commit to another stream a week. Some things I'd need to get done. Buzz. Maybe I'd put that Stalker game that Chaos is always on about on that list. Probably constitutes a horror game. Oh, it's an alternate outer? Slapping everyone, Miki. You've gone mad with power. This is why I don't want to make you a mod. It's like you realize that if we give her that kind of power, there'll be no survivors. But I got outvoted. Everybody shout me down. When has Miki ever misused lightning or fire? These slanderous allegations. And now here we are. Miki's got a taser and the entire world is getting shocked. Those fools, they wouldn't listen. Is that Asmoth at the door? No, doesn't look like he's here yet. Should be here any moment. He's late, is what's going on. Oh well, let's keep fighting Miki. Her endless swarm of rage. You're late, Asmoth. Now you get tasered. Yeah, we've grabbed a couple of quick levels here. It's probably worth doing. Bulk up a lot, bulk up real fast. Every point of XP can make a difference in the Elite Four. Yeah, I'd like to do a so no one would try to rob you. It's taking all your money. This one is Twitch's Recycle Bin and Lost Beta Patch. Interesting. See, I'd like to do a monologue for all the types, and then there's doing the same monologues again for all of the other Pokemon games, and Well, we're not running out of Pokemon playthroughs anytime soon. There's always going to be more Pokemon. I'll probably even do a monologue in this game sometime. Where is Asmoth? I like him to be late. Well, he's sat in his car right outside talking on his phone. Carabin and Velocicle. Nice. So I wonder if that's beta artwork for those Pokemon. What they looked like before the game was released. Absolutely not, Mangle. Keep him safe. Keep him secret, keep him safe. Oops. Oh, that was a waste of a move. I found Lucan's replacement. You know, if we clear the mystery water, we'll probably be one-shotting these, which will save us time. Probably do that. Yeah, I'm undecided on whether I'll be better off starting with a Porygon in the normal monologue and training them up until I get Psychic, which will massacre Brock, or whether I'd just be better off building up a mixed squad and battering Brock down. What can I have by that point? Whatever I choose as my starter, which if I'm not taking a Porygon will probably be either a Tauros or a Kangaskhan. And I'll have a Rattata, a Pidgey, and a Spearow. Making a normal playthrough to store them in. Fair enough. Yeah, they do, Miki. That's the lock part. Like a Nuzlocke or a type lock. Yeah, don't worry, there'll be no escape from the upcoming massacre. Do we not have... Mystery water or whatever it's called. Mystic water. I guess we don't. At least not in our inventory. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Once you've played Nuzlocke, it kind of feels pointless playing a regular Pokemon game. You know, there's no way to lose. Is it a game if you always win? That's where the challenge comes in. That's where the emotion comes in. Knowing that you can lose them is what makes you truly attached to your Pokemon. Still wondering where Asmoth is. I just heard a car door go, maybe that's him. Yeah, that's Asmoth. I'll be right back, folks. Hey folks, look who finally bothered to show up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't bother next time.
Listen, quick question. How attached were you to Thundara? Because we've still got Dougal.
Is Thundara not going very well? Or have you actually killed it?
Well, listen, there was a swapping accident, and
I don't know if you're joking or not at this point. I'm not 100% convinced that you're not.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I mean, you are pretty good at doing that kind of stupid thing.
Yeah. But I also lie a lot, so I guess it cancels out.
Exactly, so it's like, he could be lying. I mean, I'm only like a tiny bit late, so it's entirely possible that, you know, even you would struggle to be that dumb in that short space of time.
That sounds like a challenge.
So I like the fact that, like, today, this is definitely not the latest I've turned up for a stream, but you're actually on time today.
Yeah. Well, this might be our last chance to finish this, so I wanted to make sure everything was going smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've actually been here about 10 minutes. I've just been outside on the phone.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you that's what he'd be doing?
Yes, one of my friends who I've not seen for a while rang me, and I was like, "Hi!" It's the sort of thing where it's like, I feel bad telling you I can't do this right now, so I'm gonna have a very short conversation with you just to say that, you know, I am here and talking to you, and then I will rearrange another time.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it was just one of those moments where, like, when I saw they were ringing, I was like, I can't really ignore that call because I haven't spoke to you in so long. But yeah, so, and it's one of those things, you know, where somebody tells you what they're doing and you go, "That's nice." And you, "Why are you telling me this? Is this why you rang?"
Yeah.
She says, "I'm just walking on the beach eating sushi," and I was like, "Good for you." So, I think my exact words were, "Not my plan for the evening, but it sounds nice."
Yeah.
Oh, each to their own. But yes, no, this may be my last stream. I may be returning to my home planet because I may be needed.
I like that you went with that, because I've been telling everybody you're off on a space mission.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, go with what you know. I was toying with telling everybody I was going back to my job, which, you know, international hitman, but I feel like you say that on the internet and then suddenly everybody's either trying to kill you or trying to hire you.
Yeah. Oh, are we heading off for Victory Road?
I mean, I guess. The alternative is that we spend another hour here grinding.
Yeah. I
Which we may do when we lose somebody on Victory Road.
Yeah. Well, I figure we'll do Victory Road, see what our levels are like, and how much time we have before the Elite Four.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I may be able to squeeze in another session, but I couldn't be certain.
Yeah, I think you said you're definitely busy Wednesday. Would it be next Monday?
I might be able to squeeze Wednesday. It sort of depends on... It depends on if everything goes to plan, which is always a literally 50-50 toss.
Yeah.
Hello, Miki. How are you? Hello, Mangle. I saw your things. I was just getting glared at by Lumus for being late, so thought I'll wait until that glare's gone before I interact with the chat. But yeah, because I'm in like all day busy Wednesday, and then I've got a thing in the evening. But in theory, that should finish about 5:30. So I should potentially be able to make it back in time to grab like a quick bite and then make it here.
Okay. Bear in mind that we've got options then.
Yeah. I also could not guarantee what state I will be in on arrival.
Yeah. So, which way are we going?
Which way did we go? I can't even remember. Did we go left, right?
Yeah, we cleared out some trains to the left and there's a cave to the right.
Left? That's the channel mantra, isn't it?
Yeah.
Left! Oh dear. But yes, it's been a busy day. Busy day. Yeah, preparing for my space flight, refueling the ship, checking all the instruments, packing all my stuff. It's one of those things where like you start doing it and you go, it's fine, for all day, it's fine. And then I started reading like my mission brief, and after 2 hours disappeared doing that, I was like, oh god, why is this taking so long?
There's another cave down here.
I suspect there are several caves that lead to various places.
Yeah. It's gonna be a maze, isn't it?
I mean, it's Victory Road.
Yeah. Crystal being a floof. As fluffy as she can be while wearing a shirt, huh? Fair enough.
Fair enough. It always amuses me when I like spend my time doing like big reading research things and I go downstairs and everyone goes, you look tired. Every single time. It's like, this is my reading face. Apparently it looks tired.
Yeah. Cool trainer Emily. Ooh, she's got one of these things.
Electric ground.
Yeah. Ice beam should be good against the ground part.
I should be fine.
Yeah.
Wow, that thing's fast.
Yeah. 7 level difference and it's beating Adora Fluff.
Yeah, that thing is hella fast.
Yeah. That's
grass ground.
Yeah, so Ice Beam
still works.
This is presumably a ground type specialist.
I would assume so. I kind of like how they're doing it this way because it's always been one of those things that, like in the early games, the trainers on Victory Road were sort of more evenly mixed of a couple of types, but they always had really tiny squads and they're a bit meh. Yeah. I think I prefer this because they've all got one weakness, but they've also got multiple strengths. Although she did only have 3, apparently.
Yeah. Did we remember to pack plenty of healing items? Yeah, it'll be fine.
Did remember to pack plenty of healing items. This is you. You probably bought out the shop. I mean, is that from when you were here last time and you just dropped something?
Maybe. Onslaught of 50,000 volts. What do you think his type is?
I mean... Yeah. I think we got rid of Dig, didn't we?
Yeah. Guess this would be Garlic Kids if anybody's.
Yeah. Who did you leave? Did we leave somebody behind? Or is this like just the squad now?
This is a squad now.
It was literally just thunder, like the noise.
Yeah.
There was no lightning there at all. Well, she's at that carrot line we found.
Look, either I buy too many items or I forget to buy items altogether. There's no middle ground.
Oh, that's power.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I swear to God, Thunder's never had that good paralyzed rate.
I've never seen Thunder hit twice in a row, let alone paralyzed twice in a row. Whoop. Don't see how that improves your situation, but sure.
I think it's probably got more chance of learning moves that could damage us, but I don't expect it to know any off the top of its head.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose what would it have? Like Ice Punch? It just learns...
It learns Thunder Punch.
Yeah.
I mean, if this guy's going to be a moron and just waste turns like that, then, you know, so be it.
Yeah.
Does he only have 2?
So far it's looking like it.
I mean, you can never tell with these guys. Sometimes they just flip between 2 and then they bring out their third after.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What
Well,
the heck?
That looks cool as all hell.
Yeah.
Neopunk. Oh, why didn't we get one of those? What do you think that is, though? Psychic Steel?
Well, I mean, everything else he's had has been electric.
Well, that's
Electric
true.
Steel?
Maybe. Yeah, it could be. It's looking energy based, so.
Blasting with the earth power?
Well, does it levitate? We'll have to find out.
That's a good point. Instant Crush.
Ooh,
Oh.
whatever that was, it didn't like.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, it doesn't matter, it's dead. But what was that?
Good
Also
chance.
faster than us.
Good chance it was psychic, I guess.
Instant Crush. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I don't think that's a cannon move.
No, it definitely doesn't ring any bells.
But Adara Fluff is Astro Fluff. You need a space Pokemon called Astro Fluff. Wait, we've only got 15 Hyper Potions?
Apparently you never stopped them up.
I feel like you were bullying me about the stuff I was buying.
I don't bully you.
Oh, it's got a waterfall now. I can't go that way.
I'm also going to have to look up Neopunk as well now.
Yeah.
So how are you, Lewis?
I specialize in one type. I'd rather use them all.
Ah, this is the mixed dude.
This guy's got all 18 types in his squad of 6.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Also, what killed us? Like, when we had ours, what killed it? I don't remember.
I'm not sure. Is this thing's rock ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad for us.
Yes, it is.
Quick question: who deals with rock ice?
Nobody really.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's Garlic Kid, but
Yeah.
I mean, we can be pretty confident it's not going to hit us with an ice move, right?
Yeah.
Because we're ice. And it oh, that thing is actually quite fast though, isn't it? Faster than you'd think.
Wasn't it? Was it the Luchabra.
It may have been a Jabba. Yeah, 'cause it was fighting. So yeah, you want to hit. It's psychic electric,
Okay.
so not steel at all.
Probably would have been my second guess, but yeah, it did. It looked metallic.
Yeah. It's an evolved form of a. Oh. Its unevolved form just appears to be the same in a different colour.
Huh. That's weird.
It's a twin Pokemon.
Hmm.
Or maybe maybe it doesn't evolve, or maybe it's just two different types.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't evolve. It's just there's two different types. Weird.
Okay. We can probably assume this thing is going to do a rock type move. Yeah, do we switch to Garlic Kid and Drain Punch it?
I feel like yeah. I mean, if it hits us with an ice move now, we know it was cheating.
Okay, very effective. Drain Punch.
Punch it in the drain. And we were faster, thank God. Four times effective, biatch!
Yeah, so you asking how I was? I'm
Yes.
doing pretty good.
We got there in the end.
This thing's psychic, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Bubblebug's turn.
Assuming it's now turning to us though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Leech Seed stall. Wish we still had Leech Seed. I miss Leech Seed. Yeah, I've had a pretty good day. Very silly run on Skyrim.
Okay. Yeah, what was that move I was supposed to be looking up?
Speaking of looking up,
Oh, what the hell, man? I turned away from 1 minute, and this is because you mocked the gods when you said that you killed Thundora. This is your penance. Because Bubblebug was up when you said that. I hope you're happy.
I'm never happy.
God. Fucking damn it. What happened?
Miracle counted.
You'd seen it use Mirror Coat. You should have known that was coming.
I honestly thought we were going to one-hit kill it. These things are normally really squishy.
Well, now we do need a replacement water type. Having lost Leonardo and Bubblebug.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like at this rate we're going to end up catching a friggin' Magikarp somewhere. Instant Crush is a Power 60 Psychic type move that always goes first.
Okay.
This is named after a Daft Punk song, apparently.
Hmm.
Go fig.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mocking us.
Really,
Really
is
mocking us. So now what?
Fly back to town, I guess.
In other news, Pokemon fans are worried the anime is planning to get rid of Ash. Why would they? He's been there forever.
I'd be relieved if they got rid of Ash at this point.
I mean, I feel like Ash is immortal, isn't he?
Yeah. It's been like 20 years and he's not aged a day.
Yeah. Maybe he's got a rare congenital disorder. So, what have we actually got left?
Yeah, Dougal. Probably gonna be Claptrap, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like Claptrap's kind of really our only water. Well, we have got Seppuku, but
Yeah.
that didn't work so well for us last time.
Nope.
Oh, we do have Siren.
Yeah. We don't have a dark type.
No.
Claptrap gives us the most coverage.
Yeah. Also, I feel like wasn't there a trick to evolving thingy? Oh yeah, it evolves on friendship.
Ah.
That's what moves has Claptrap got? That's a long way to climb for Claptrap.
Yep. Wow, I've not finished training Thundora yet either.
God damn it, Lewis. Oh my god.
Ice Fang, Dive, Crunch, and Cowl Break.
Yeah. That's some defense though.
Yeah, apparently.
Speed's not so hot.
Definitely a physical attacker, so Dive is decent.
As is Crunch and Ice Fang.
Yeah. Just Cowl Break we probably need to get rid of.
Why is Coral Break a special move? What the hell?
Uses sound waves. Hey Lady Meow, how are you doing? Maybe Ash is a phoenix? That would make sense. We could do with more phoenixes in the party.
As I say, I blame you. So yeah, maybe we're not ready for Victory Road. I feel like now we're definitely not.
Mm-mm.
Son of a...
His bubbly nature. Really, nothing ever bugged him.
Really? You think those kind of lame jokes are appropriate
I
now?
didn't start it. What was Bubblebug? Bubblebug was the bug covered in bubbles.
Yeah, how do you not know who Bubblebug was? That's like watching an episode of House and going, who's Wilson? It's like, he's not the main character, but he's definitely prevalent.
His name was fairly descriptive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke around these. Well, mind you, last time we had trouble in these caves, didn't we? Although that was because we were trying to catch. Poke around these caves rather than going into Victory Road proper.
Oh yeah, we couldn't, that's why.
Hmm?
Well, we can't get back.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool catch.
Yeah. Rock Psychic. A Beholder. We'll do what scouting we can. We might have to head back to the ninjas. Oh, okay. We're here now. On the other route. That's odd. Interesting. Interesting if true.
Interesting if true.
How? What? Okay, so we went down here,
Yeah.
went to a cave, came
Yeah.
out below, and emerged east of here.
That's interesting.
What is wrong with physics today? We got turned around in the dark, maybe?
I don't feel like we were in the dark for that long.
I don't feel like it was that dark. Didn't have to use flash.
I'm so glad that Flash isn't a thing in this game. I can't believe Flash is still a move though.
I don't think there's any moves that have been removed completely.
No, they don't remove them, they just nerf them.
Mm. Do you think this is the same cave?
Who knows? Cross charm.
Let's find out. Okay.
Yeah. I begrudge that it takes that whole turn up to do that.
Yeah.
You could just tell us no. That's like a waterfall at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Going that way. So much dialogue. Where are you at, Mangle?
I mean, I feel like there can't be more dialogue than there has been in this game.
Yeah, he's playing this game.
Oh. Which bit is he playing then? Because there aren't many scenes of dialogue in this game.
Yeah.
TM 99.
Huh. And some whimsicatite.
Yay?
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a Whimsicott, but unless things go very badly wrong, we won't be using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the evolved form of that rabbit thing.
Running is good for you. It's a healthy fact.
Yeah, maybe. Depends what you class as healthy.
For me, a healthy life is one where I don't have to get out of bed in the morning. Keeps my brain healthy.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, running is good for you because it, exercise, lose weight, but it's really bad for your knees. Like, depends on what you value more, your waistline or your kneecaps.
Yeah. It's only really bad for your knees if you overdo it.
Yeah, but most people do. I don't know a single runner who just runs a healthy amount.
Yeah. Most people find an exercise they like and stick with it instead of doing varied exercises.
It's not even that. I just feel like people who are runners just go like insane. Like, yeah, I'm gonna run like forever, and I'm gonna keep running this. I'm gonna run. I ran this in less time. And it's like, yes, and when you get to a certain age, you won't be able to run at all. You might not even be able to walk.
Yeah. It's a glass slug. Yeah. Recognize it now.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Havers, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Hope you're having a good evening.
Have you ever heard of Night in the Woods?
No?
It's a video game, apparently.
Okay. One that you'd recommend?
I don't know. The reason I'm asking is because apparently its creator has died.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't know what that game is. I'm sorry, chat. Basically because Lumus is grinding. I'm sort of flicking through the news feed on my phone while berating his play, and there are certain things that just pop up, and it's like, that's dumb. This one is a particularly good one. Harry Potter books removed from Catholic schools on exorcist's advice. I mean, what part of that am I supposed to take seriously?
Yeah.
This news is comedy, Lady Meow.
Do they call in an exorcist to get rid of the books? What?
No, an exorcist that says we shouldn't have these in our school because they're dangerous, and the Catholic school's probably gone, okay.
Yeah, why were they consulting an exorcist about the books in the first place?
I don't know. It sort of makes me feel like, did an exorcist walk in and go, no, none of that?
Yeah.
It just feels like one of those things where you go, how did this occur? Yes, an exorcist. I mean, I assume he's a professional exorcist. I mean, why would you have a hack come to your school?
Like, were they having him do an exorcism inspection? Look for
No.
problems, and he was like, "Well, you've got Harry Potter books here; they've got to go."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter. That would be a better story, Lady Meow. Harry Potter books removed from schools on Lucius Malfoy's advice.
That would be hilarious. Again, I love the fact that this is like I've had all day at home doing preparation and getting things ready and so on and so forth tomorrow, and now I'm here, away from it all. I've had 4 messages, 2 emails, and 2 missed calls, and it's like, no, just no.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you, Mangle, but not on the principle that it is good news. It is stupid news, and that's what makes it good.
So you'd argue that some news is funny.
Yes, some news is funny. Lots of news is bad. There's a little bit of good, and there is funny news that kind of broaches both categories, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, that special attack though.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think if there's a ninja that Pandora could train against.
Flying electric.
Yeah. I mean,
Not really.
there's the water fire, but do we dare?
Probably not at this current level, no.
Hmm.
I mean, the water fire one, yes, that's probably the most. No, the water electric one, use that.
I mean, we're flying. I suppose that.
We've got Volt Absorb.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we're flying. What if we get electrocuted? Shut up.
What if it uses ice beam?
Then we're in trouble. But
Then we're down a Pokemon.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go find out. Student saves plane from crash. Huh.
Yeah, no, that is good news actually. Yeah, a student pilot saved the plane he was learning to drive in when his instructor passed out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean that is good news. That's
Yeah.
positive news.
Ah, it's this one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What did it hit you with?
Scowled.
Well, that's just a water move.
Yep. That's what it did to us.
What the hell?
Hmm.
I feel like this game's broken.
Golly kid, tag in.
Yeah. Seriously though, what the hell?
Hmm. Curious cat playing with a humidifier. What's she up to? The cat mostly stays away from any kind of machinery. I think she assumes that anything that's humming is angry at her. Does our Thunderbird learn Thunderbolt?
No. No, we had this conversation.
Because it's something we'd have to get from the tutors.
I'm not even sure they can give it us. I think we have to go to TM.
Okay. We know where the TM is?
No, I assume it's going to be a game cornery one.
Game Corner doesn't do TMs in this game.
Is it not? Are we sure?
Yeah, we checked last time we were there. We sold like one TM. We're using Shockwave at the moment, which isn't the most powerful electric move ever conceived of.
No. Would it be better if we had Technician? I mean, we can't actually get rid of 2 of those moves.
Yeah, do we want Aqua Tail anyway?
Not really. I mean, we got rid of it for dive last time.
Yeah.
But we should probably get rid of Coral Break.
Yeah.
It's really rather annoying that we've been set back so massively by the loss of Bubble Bug.
Yeah. It's frustrating. The XP share gone. Have to tough up before the next time we go in there.
I feel like we say that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Pan twins born in Berlin.
Oh.
That's nice. I had to double take that then because my brain went, surely that should be Beijing. It's like, no, Berlin. Okay.
Yeah, we lost Bubble Bug, Miki. Big
Oh,
boogie
Jesus.
boys. Mhm.
Spanish performer killed by exploding pyrotechnic.
Ooh.
Struck by fireworks while performing live in concert near Madrid.
Yeah.
Christ! Did they not do health and safety out there?
Yeah, no more Bubble Bug. Big bubbly one. You say it's like watching House and not knowing who Wilson is, but I was actually very confused for the first few episodes of House, because I was expecting it to be a show about people fixing damaged houses. What else would,
I have nothing to say to that.
what else would House MD be about?
What did you think the MD stood for?
Medical degree, hence I'm fixing houses. They're a house healer.
Alright, what do you think the show DIY SOS is about?
Never heard of it?
No, I didn't ask if you'd heard of it. What do you think it's about, based purely on the title?
Dye sauce? It's something to do with cooking. Do they find the hottest sauces? The spiciest food.
I am disappointed. I was expecting funnier.
They're looking for the legendary dye sauce, the most powerful spice ever made.
No, I was expecting you to say something along the lines of, do they rescue houses from deserted islands?
Hmm.
Okay, this is a good one. This is back to stupid news that is actually quite good. So, cops guard IKEA store after 3,000 teens threaten to play hide and seek in the furniture. What?
Yeah, first Vinny, now Bubblebug. Not a promising day.
Oh, I saw a thing earlier, so I can't remember if I mentioned, I probably did, about the whole, if I didn't, you may have read it yourself anyway, the whole Sony Disney fight over Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I saw a video earlier, it was only 30 seconds long. It made me laugh because it basically did sum the whole thing up. So it was like Sony going, like, guy with sticky label on his head that said Sony. And he was like, hey, so, you want to use Spider-Man still? Disney label. Yeah, but you know how you make like all your money from the Spider-Man franchise? Why don't we foot some more of the cost and we'll take half? And then Sony goes, no, that would be a bad idea. And he goes, oh, come on, it's great. I mean, do you really want us to put you up in front of the fans and make them petition and bully and message and blah, blah, blah to get you to work with us again? Because we'll do it. He goes, oh, I'm sure you will. And then he goes, yeah, I mean, come on. You don't want one of those evil corporations that, you know, gets out there and makes it impossible for other companies to do things because you hold all the cards, do you? Random kid. Hey, Mr. Disney, aren't you like the company out there that does that? Hey kid, wanna die? I was like, yeah, I can fully believe that Disney would sacrifice a child if it meant getting Spider-Man.
Yeah. Walt Disney and his cruel ways. I'm hoping this will result in the other trilogy actually getting its third film. It's probably not going to.
Who, what, where?
The other Spider-Man films that they were making recently. They were supposed to be a trilogy, but they made the first two and then cancelled them because because Disney had hired the rights. The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh,
stuff?
you mean the one with Andrew Garfield?
Yes.
Yes, not
I
Tobey
don't-
Maguire, the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know any actors' names.
yeah. I didn't realise they were actually going to do a third one.
Yeah. I mean, the second one pretty much ends on a cliffhanger.
I can't even remember the second one, actually, yeah.
All the villains team up, basically.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I like those films a lot more. And,
I have watched them relatively recently, and they were okay. I didn't mind Andrew Garfield's portrayal. I thought, I don't know, I feel like in the first film when he's, you know, becoming Spider-Man, it was a bit too much of a punk, but
yeah.
you know, that's just kind of
Yeah.
how Spider-Man is portrayed sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see that trilogy finished.
Andrew Garfield's probably too old to do it now.
Mm.
So one of my friends has asked if I'm going to be in early tomorrow, and I said yes, I have paperwork to do. And he's put, paperwork? I could be persuaded to join you, if that's okay. And I was like, I wouldn't persuade you to join me to do paperwork, but it kind of obviously sounds like you want me to try and persuade you to do paperwork. which implies that you probably also have paperwork to do, but don't want to do it. I mean, I am now tempted to just say, like, no, I don't want you to join me because I actually want to do my paperwork. Because I know that if he turns up, I won't get a lot done. I feel like if I respond with free country, that sounds like I'm being a real tool.
I can't stop you, but I wish I could.
Yeah. Or should I just put, in Donald Trump's America, you wouldn't be allowed to join me to do paperwork?
Like he does want to do paperwork, but doesn't want to sound like a nerd who wants to do paperwork. Yeah, tell him he's a nerd. Well, bring me back some food, guys. It's been like almost an hour and a half since I ate something.
Right.
I remember wagon wheels fondly. Strange that they still exist. They feel like a remnant of the distant past. I don't know why they'd stop making them, but part of my brain feels like they should have at some point.
No, that's more than they used to be.
Yeah.
That's going to be better than Spark, right?
Yeah. Spark is terrible. Leading me out your endless votes. It is currently tied though, last I checked, so... You could play Kingmaker, but we all know that you're going to vote for the third option that's got the lowest votes and try and tie that one as well. You'll eat at them. Eat! Eating is so much work, though. Yeah, like, cook the food, then you gotta eat the food, and it's just this whole thing.
Yes, God forbid that you could eat food and continue to live.
Just waiting for the future we were promised, where I can eat a couple of pills a day and not have to consume actual food. Nutrient pills. Dispensed by my robot butler. Actual food is delicious. It's so time consuming though. I'm busy. No time for food and sleep and all these luxuries.
I have nothing to say to that. I do have time for those things, and I agree that they are good and delicious and worth doing. But you know, people are commonly aware of my attitude that you are a moron. So, you know, this is not news.
I'm not saying that food isn't delicious, I'm just saying that I can have more fun doing other things.
Not if you're malnourished and dying.
That's what I'm saying, I have to eat the food when I could be doing stuff that's even more fun. Which is why we need a robot to solve that problem. So when are we gonna get a robot butler that brings me my nutrient pills? That's all I need to be happy. That and a robot butler that brings me not needing to sleep pills. But I've already got Miki working on that. Dragon dance. If we were a physical attacker, that'd be decent.
Oh, is it only for... Oh, I realised it was only for physical. I thought it was just general, but...
Yeah. Attacking speed.
Yeah.
Miki, stop skipping breakfast. It's one of the most important meals of the day. My dad gets a cereal that says that in big letters. Breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day. There's like 3 meals in a day. One of the most important is not high praise. The least important meal of the day is one of the most important meals of the day. Unless you go to like Germany, where they also have breakfast too, breakfast harder, and coffee and cake is considered to be an actual meal.
Well, yeah, but you've also got, you know, you've got breakfast, dinner, tea, or breakfast, lunch, dinner, depending on how you want to do it. Then you've got second breakfast, 11s, brunch, dinner, supper. I've got to say, I do quite like dinner as a term.
Yeah.
It's like I was talking to my friend's wife the other day, and she was on about they went away on like a break prior to their honeymoon. She was like, "Oh, great, it was a mini moon," and he turned to her and went, "What?" It's like clearly he was not aware it was a mini moon.
Yeah.
But apparently she used that phrase in her office, and now everybody's talking about it. Yes, Lady Meow, Linna. It is a thing.
Yeah. Half lunch, half dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially after lunch but before dinner. And then there's afternoon tea.
I've never heard the phrase Lena used by anybody other than Goku in DBZ Abridged.
I actually have.
Yeah?
I've spoken to several people who regularly partake of Linna. And I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like, that is a thing then. I mean, that's fair, Miki. The set times are a societal constraint, it has to be said. And one that you should adhere to, because you're crap.
I have a meal before each stream. That's fine. Breakfast, tea, and occasionally supper.
Yeah, so A, that's not enough meals, and B, I'm not convinced that you do. I think you're full of crap. Because you certainly ain't full of food.
I ate loads today. I had like 2 full cooked meals.
I'm suspicious.
You eat in the morning, so you skip breakfast. I used to do that a lot. Back when my sleep was really bad, I was often very nauseous in the morning.
My mum doesn't eat in the morning. It's weird. Like, she will have breakfast, but she'll have it about sort of 11:30.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the point? You might as well just wait until dinner.
I don't know if I'm crazy keen on eating. I still often feel like I don't want to eat in the morning, but it helps wake me up, so I tend to do it.
Yeah, I will often get up, have breakfast and a drink, and then get on with things, and then, you know, just go through until around 1ish.
Most of human history, they've had their biggest meal first thing in the morning, and they've avoided eating late in the day.
Yeah.
Like when factories caused big changes in people's time schedules and people started eating later, there was a big health outcry that people thought eating so soon, so close to bedtime would be bad for you. And it kind of is. The energy from the food keeps you awake, and the fact that you're not moving around after eating increases the tendency towards obesity.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It is weird the way that digestion works. But it's also one of those things where if you've been using your muscles a lot, having something before you sleep helps them regenerate quicker because the materials are then available to repair it while you're resting. And it's like, it's virtually impossible to tell where the cut-off point for that is.
Yeah.
It always makes me laugh because it's like you say, like when we had this conversation, I think like it was last week, obviously, where like you're like, oh, did some exercise or whatever, and I was fine like that day, and the next day I got up and I was like, and it's like, yeah, I mean we all know that's how it works. That makes sense. It doesn't stop it being any more annoying or any less annoying.
Yeah.
When you when you wake up and somebody feels like they've taken a sledgehammer to your limbs while you slept.
Yeah, I often have a bowl of cereal or something for supper, but I try to have my main meals earlier now.
Yeah. I've started having lighter breakfasts just to make sure that when it comes around to dinner time I'm ready for a main meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this morning I had a cup of tea, a tea cake and a biscuit.
Could I swap you?
No, you just looked at moves. I mean, yeah, that is also a distinct possibility, Miki.
What kind of psychopath were you dating, Miki? Obviously, you didn't take it well.
I mean, you know the type of psychopaths I used to date, so... Good night.
Good look at that lady meow. Good night.
Don't get fat.
How'd you have all your time sorted out? Yeah, I guess it's all set up for you.
But yeah, it makes me laugh because I have a friend who is a girl who is... She openly admits to being a psycho girlfriend. And she says it's great because she knows that she's like that and her boyfriend knows that she's like that. And one day she asked him, why do you love me because I'm a psycho? And he says, I quite like the thrill of going to bed with you at night and not knowing if I'm going to wake up having a cuddle or a knife in my back in the morning.
I thought you were going to end up with I'm not knowing whether I'm going to wake up in the morning.
No, he's going to wake up. He just doesn't know for how long he's going to live after he does it. But she's like, yeah, that's fair. And I was like, personally, I try and avoid any situation which involves me waking up with something stuck in my torso when I wake up.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to know that I'm not gonna. I mean, I prefer to use, one of the resting moves that avoids being attacked in the night.
Mm.
Little traps around the room.
I don't need traps in my room. I just have my sixth sense. And the minute the door opens, my brain goes, something's out of place, and the rest of me wakes up.
Damn, you're making the place look untidy.
Yeah. Get out!
I tended to be a very light sleeper, but the current door situation I think has forced me to get used to it. Which is that I need my bedroom door open at night so that the cat can get in and out, otherwise she'll sit at the door and cry. So when my mum or dad gets up, they have to close my door in the morning. I sleep through that, like one night in 3, which I think is pretty good.
You can just make a hole in your door. That's probably the easier option.
Put a cat flap in my door.
Yeah, I mean, that is what cat flaps are for.
Yeah, it wouldn't keep.
I mean, it's almost certain that your cat wouldn't fucking use it, because no cat ever uses a cat flap it's meant for.
Yeah. There's also a loud noise in, and also these are really thick doors because they're like fire doors.
They're made of wood.
Yeah, but you can treat wood to be fire resistant.
Yeah.
Not all wood will instantly light up.
True. But if you had a cat flap, you'd know that there was a fire as well.
Yeah. 9 to 10:30 for first lesson, 15-minute break. Yeah, so you got 1.5 hour lessons, huh? Got a break between each one, that's not awful. Suppose you know where you're at.
It always makes me laugh, because I always remember, like, when I was at uni and stuff, like, having an hour lecture would be like, hardly worth turning up. By the time they've done the preamble and by the time they've finished up on the summary, it's only going to be like, actually, half an hour long.
Yeah.
Then you go to the 2-hour lectures and you're like, oh my god, 2 hours is so long, why am I here? It's like, there's just no way to win.
Yeah.
And then if you were really unlucky and you had a 2-hour followed immediately by a 2-hour, you're like, I'm just going to shoot myself.
Yeah.
I never quite understood Swift
Yeah.
as a move.
You quickly shoot stars at the enemy, what's not to get?
Why is it just called Swift then?
Guess you're attacking swiftly.
Yeah, I know, but why the stars then?
Well, they're what you're attacking swiftly with.
I know, but I feel like the stars need acknowledgement in the move name.
Why do you think ninjas use stars? Because they're swift.
And it's special, not physical.
Yeah, because it's got stars in it. Stars are very special.
Yeah, but the stars that ninjas throw are not special stars, they're physical stars.
Yeah, that'd be more like a steel type move, I guess. Nasty bullet. We'll probably just use a X special attack.
Yeah.
don't think you've seen Swift be used in the series.
I
feel like
it has been. I feel like Misty Staruse used it a couple of times.
Yeah, that sounds likely.
Because we know that Staryu learned Swift.
Yeah. They're using contest in the anime. Okay.
I've got to say, it's been like an age since I've seen the anime.
Yeah. It's been quite a while. Someday I'd like to put aside 3 months and marathon it.
3 months? You think you get it done in 3 months?
I'm gonna be optimistic. Well, my normal speed of watching things, even if I was watching nothing else, they probably still make episodes faster than I'd watch them.
Probably. I feel like that's the problem with Pokemon anime, is that it's never stopped.
Yeah.
Although they did like actually start releasing some like alternative stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a series like called Pokemon Legends or something, which actually looks really cool. And I've seen various other Pokemon series that have either been worked on or been released briefly. And it's like, these actually look really cool, like, for people our age. Like, you know, these are, like, in inverted commas, adult Pokemon. You could watch them and be like, there's actually themes and development here that's not just, hey, I'm a young anime character, relate to me.
Yeah.
For I am immortal! I got really bummed out and annoyed the other day. I was looking for a costume because there's a world record event taking place. The most people dressed in this costume, and I was like, hey, I could totally do that. I would completely join in on this.
Yeah.
But I need the costume. And I found like some cheap NAF ones on eBay, and I was like, these are cheap and NAF. I do not wish to buy these. So I went browsing, and I thought, you know, I don't mind, like, because I will, you know, use this costume for other entertaining purposes. Like go to fancy dress and stuff in it. And I found like a website that makes costumes, and they had all sorts of costumes available, and they had that one on there, and I was like, ah, brilliant. But none of the costumes have got prices or anything, because you have to contact them to, you know,
Yeah.
they like take your measurements and they make everything professionally, and obviously it will cost like an arm and a leg. But I was like, yeah, I'd still be willing to go for it. I'd have to see. So I emailed them and said, what's the turnaround time and what sort of cost we're looking at for this costume? And then they emailed me back like this morning, and they said, oh, we don't actually sell that costume, we just made it to prove that we could. And I was like, that's really dickish.
Yeah.
Like, why? Okay, I get it, you did it to prove that you could, and it's on your website to prove that you can, but why don't you sell it then?
What's the benefit of proving that you could if you're...
Yeah, it's like, fair enough, it might cost an arm and a leg for me to actually, you know, hire you guys to make me this costume. But the fact that you just don't do it is annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, how many other people that are looking for this costume will see that and go, ooh, email? It just seemed like such a stupid thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird move.
Yeah. Because, like, it's not like any of their other costumes that they make. So I was like, oh, okay, so, you know, clearly this is them showing off what they can do, but there's not a lot of people, you know, getting them to do that. But then it was like, no, we just don't make it. And it's like, well, why do you advertise it then?
Yeah.
It's the definition of a dick move, really.
I mean, they make them all custom to order, so...
Yeah, exactly.
They've made it before, why can't they make it again? Name the price.
Yeah, exactly. That's because I was like, okay, I don't know how to address this.
Yeah.
It feels like such a stupid thing to do. The fact that you just flat out, we don't make that costume. We did it once to prove that we could do it, and it's like, then why advertise it on your website?
Yeah.
I mean, not that I was interested in any of their other costumes anyway, but now I'm now disinclined to give them my custom because they've been so awkward.
Yeah.
So now, if I want to take part in this world record attempt, I've got to consider buying one of the cheaper, nastier ones that I'm not happy with, or just not be involved in the world record attempt. So now I'm currently sat on the fence going,
Yeah.
Because it's a costume that's well beyond my level of skill to make. I don't have the time or the skills.
So what is the costume actually from?
I'm deliberately not saying what it is.
Okay.
One time it will work. Maybe not here.
Yeah.
That one time it will work. But yeah, so... But yeah, it just, I don't know. I found that a lot with things recently because it's kind of annoyed me a bit, like, in my comic collecting. I found people who have got, like, you know, big collections for sale, but only one or two issues that I actually want.
Yeah.
And I've messaged them and gone, would you be willing to sell me the ones that I want? I'll pay a good price. And they've gone, oh no, you know, my lot's running on eBay or whatever. When it runs out, if nobody's bought anything, I'll contact you and we can strike up a deal. And there's one guy who, he's lowered his price by about 60 quid. And still nobody's interested. And it's like, dude, I will pay you the 60 quid you've lowered your price for the ones I want, because you've got about 40 that I need.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I want, you know, somebody might still take it. It's like, dude, it's been up there a month and nobody's even remotely been interested. Maybe you should take the hint. It's good business sense. And I appreciate that people don't want to, like, you know, mess with their eBay listings and stuff, but, you know, there was one guy who I did a similar deal with, and he said, oh, I'll come back to you when my listing ends. And he did, and he just messaged me quite confidently, oh, I've picked up all the ones that you wanted and put them together with this price, what do you think? And I just messaged him back, no, I've already bought them. And he was like, oh, and I was like, you made me wait a month. I sourced them from other places within that month. I wasn't going to sit around and wait for you.
Yeah.
You're talking about your run or our run, Mangle, because we're on about 14.
Yeah.
15 now, actually.
Yeah.
We counted up last session. I think you have actually now tipped the balance from living to dead by 1.
Yeah.
Like, because I think they were even, weren't they?
Those ones in the box were even, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it included squad members. I'm not sure it included the nucleotypes.
No, I don't think it did include the nucleotides. So yeah, so it was balanced between living and dead, non-nuclear. And now it's just tipped to the dead.
Yeah.
I love that move. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love that move.
Yeah.
The only thing that could make that move even more amazing is if we had it on a Primate's evolved form and it could be an Uzaru.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
So is your plan to get as close to 70 as you can with the squad and then try again?
Yeah, I guess so. Other than the new 2, I don't know if Fluff is the only one we still need to get to 70.
It's not looking good, dude. I mean, we haven't even navigated a path through Victory Road yet.
Yeah. We've probably done the hard work there.
How do you figure?
I mean, those trainers were probably as tough as it gets.
Do you want to know the thing that annoys me? I remember the first time I played Pokemon Yellow. That was my first game. And I remember Victory Road being fine. Like, not being particularly challenging, not being particularly difficult.
It's pretty easy in the first game, I seem to recall.
Well, no, this is what I mean. Like, I played Pokemon Yellow and I did Victory Road and it was fine. And then I did Red and Blue because my friends had Red and Blue. And I just remember it being so much harder. And I don't know if it was the trainers, the wild Pokemon, or I know, because I know they did tweak certain things between yellow and red and blue, and I don't know if Victory Road was one of them. And I do remember just being like, what the hell? Because I feel like, I can't remember one, there was definitely one dungeon that they absolutely changed.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the Unknown Dungeon. I feel like that might be easier in yellow than it is in red and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I can't quite remember, but I know that there was definitely one dungeon that's very different, because when I was doing it, my friend gave me a red and blue master guide to help me, and I was like, this is not helpful. It says this is here, but it's not here. And he was like, well, you must be doing it wrong. And I was like, I'm not doing it wrong. You do it. And he was like, oh yeah, no, I'll be down. I don't know where I am. I was like, see?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember for the life of me what dungeon it is.
Yeah, no, mostly it was early game stuff that they changed, wasn't it?
Yeah. Might have been Rock Tunnel.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I do remember when playing Gold and Silver the first time and getting to Kanto, and obviously loads of stuff has changed. It blew my mind. I was like, why is it all changed? Like Mount Moon has a tourist centre and is blatantly not the same Mount Moon that was in Red and Blue.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you did away with Cinnabar by saying there was a volcanic explosion. So what happened in Mount Moon? Did the aliens come and remodel it?
Can only assume.
Because it was just one of those things where I was like, I accept the Safari Zone being shut. They gave a story for that. I accept the change of Seafoam. You gave a story for that. Why is Mount Moon different?
Yeah. Well, obviously that's knocked down large parts of it to make room for the tourist centre.
Apparently. Although I did like the Dancing Clefairies. That was a nice touch. What else changed in between red, blue, and gold and silver? Other than obviously all the gym leaders.
They gave you a Mankey at the start to make up for the fact that Pikachu had no chance against Brock.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they added in...
And they changed double kick on Nidorans, so they learned it really early.
Yeah. And put lots of higher level flying types right at the start of the game for you to train, huh?
Yeah.
Almost looks like they didn't have much confidence in Pikachu's ability.
Well, they probably thought if anybody's seen the anime, they're just going to go and get their Pikachu murdered because...
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, like I said, I'm trying to remember what else changed between red and blue and gold and silver. Silphco was guarded. Like, they actually had a security guard on the door.
Yeah.
Because they learned. Not something you see every day.
Yeah.
Fighting Dojo was still there.
They had it in the Surf House in Fuchsia.
They tore down Pokemon Tower for a radio station.
Oh wait, in Gold and Silver?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were saying in... yeah, they had the Surf House in yellow, didn't they?
Yeah, they had the Surf House in yellow.
Yeah, they turned Pokemon Tower into a radio station.
I'm not sure how they got away with that.
Yeah.
Like, just in terms of, like...
Is this legal?
In any way, shape or form, how do you tear down a House of Remembrance and make it into a Radio Shack?
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
And everybody in town seemed fine with it.
Well, they moved all of the graves into that tiny house.
Yes, because that's how space works.
Yeah.
I mean, there probably wasn't much left of the graves to move into the house, but... Diglett Cave changed. That had a different thing to it.
Yeah.
Shape. And the entrance became much wider. Wide enough for a Snorlax to block.
Yeah.
What else was there that changed?
Yeah.
Why do we have 3 legs?
They never expect the third leg strike.
No.
Just where you claw them.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we have 3 legs is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, is the third leg coming out of our chest? It kind of looks like it is.
Yeah. So that we're a dragon and not a wyvern. Maybe we'll grow. Hang
Yeah,
on,
but shouldn't we have 4 legs then?
yeah. Well, we had 2 legs in the first form, right? Maybe it grows a leg with each form.
I mean, I feel like maybe we should have called it Reliant Robin. If we'd have known it was going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, it does look quite cool.
Yeah.
I know it's not a proper legendary, like it's legendary in the town, not a proper legendary, but it feels like it doesn't really deserve the status. It's not a particularly awesome Pokemon at the moment. I mean, the Volchik was adorable.
Yeah.
This thing looks badass, but it's not winning any power prizes.
This is not even its final form.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got another 6 levels till we get to that.
Yeah. Just called her yardstick. Oh, like one of the little roly things?
I feel like we need to get rid of Coral Break off of Claptrap as well.
Yeah.
If he's going to learn any decent moves. What am I looking at right now?
Pure enthusiasm is what you're looking at.
Eat that bag. Eat it! All of it! Doesn't Claptrap already have ridiculous defense?
It's got pretty decent defense, yeah. Well, I'm trying to build on it mostly.
Eat it! All of it! I just remembered where I've actually got that quote from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Family Guy. When he's, is there anything I do to get you to help me? Eat this pine cone. It will amuse me. Eat it! All of it! Well, this is a very anticlimactic stream, it's got to be said.
Yeah, things went south and was right at the start.
All your fault. Shouldn't have joked about losing Pandora.
Well, there was someone else specifically training as well.
Yep. So what happens when you mock the gods of Pokemon loss? They will take their revenge.
Taunt the fates.
Yep. I can hear the conversation now. Who does this tool think he is? Training a Pokemon and making jokes at us, eh? I'll show him.
I'm gonna go burn down that church in the other town.
Ooh, that sounds useful.
Yeah.
The user's gaping mouth.
I take that over Dragon Rage.
Yeah, I mean Dragon Rage is a good catching move, but we're not really catching right now.
Yeah. You know, it'll be sadder, Mangle, when we get to the Elite Four.
I mean, you say that. It's probably not going to be that funny either.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to be funny when we get there. I'm saying it's going to be sad when we get there.
I will be very sad if we wipe,
Yeah.
considering we've made it so far, and we have. This has got to be the most losses we've ever had in a Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Like any of us, you, me, Diz.
We've done side-by-side Nuzlocks where we've lost less Pokemon combined than this one.
Yes, very true. Very true. I mean, yeah, there's usually one or two that are flukes, but this game has been merciless. There have been so many Pokemon that it's gone, no, and just killed.
Yep.
Been absolutely relentless.
Yeah. Elite Four is going to be spooky times.
Yeah, we probably are going to have to stock up on potions and full restores and everything in between.
Yeah.
At least we're making some monies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just buy a boatload of hyper potions.
Goddamn crits.
Yeah. What a review.
Shockwave! I mean, we should be grateful that we have this grinding spot.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we hadn't?
Yeah. Smashing coal for money. Walking around in the grass. Or alternatively tracking down the phone trainers and all the terror that entails.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the phone trainers are still higher levels than these guys, like, way before we even got these guys.
Yeah. But these guys, we don't have to travel, and they've all got 5 Pokemon. And we know what we're getting into with each one.
Yeah.
Reborn is worse when you Nuzlocke it. Gonna blind Nuzlocke that.
But what about Pokemon Bidoof? We have to do Pokemon Bidoof.
It's also on the list.
I'm not gonna lie, I think that's definitely like up there for me. I want to see Pokemon Bidoof.
Yeah. Reborn is a nightmare for Nuzlocks.
I think several of the games are actually nightmares for Nuzlocks, but it's just like, depending on how cautious a player you are, depends on how much more of a nightmare it becomes.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like when we did our early Nuzlocks, because we'd played the games that many times, we were in no real danger because we knew exactly what was coming at any point.
Yeah.
And then the further in we got, and the further away from secure territories we got, the more sort of like it became.
Yeah.
And now we're doing blind ones. Most of the time it's fine, and then every now and then it's oh, that one's done.
Yep.
Chipped a tooth on that one. I like the lightning bolt-esque appearance of our head.
Yeah.
Just works for me.
design's quite cool. Now I can only see the leg as being like the halfway stage from bird to dragon.
I mean, yeah, that's probably what it is. Well, that thing's like half the size of you. You should be able to launch it.
Just swallow the whole thing. See where we are stat-wise. Decent. Very solid defense, decent special defense, especially considering its level.
Yeah.
Very solid attack. Slow as all heck despite speed being its special stat.
Yeah, worries me slightly.
Glad when we reach the point where we're one-shotting these. We'll speed stuff up a lot.
Yep.
Not what I meant, Thunder, but I appreciate the effort. And the quit to one-shot. I think the foul play move is meant to be an attack from behind to get blasted in the back by darkness, but I'd be more interested in the blast of darkness than the attack from behind aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things happen in Pokemon where you're like, oh, that's cool, and then there are moves where you're like, oh my god, that's horrific.
Yeah. Double caps and stuff. I can see that being a real problem in a Nuzlocke.
This thing better turn into like a monster when it evolves.
Really hoping so.
Because it's a dragon Pokemon, which means it takes a long time
Yeah.
to get to its final form, and it should be nigh unstoppable when it does.
Definitely hope so.
I mean, as a dragon electric, it should be pretty good for resisting most things.
Yeah.
Although not flying means that it is vulnerable to ground.
Yeah, that's true. Unless it gets levitate as an ability.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Even though it has wings.
Magnet Rise. You have wings!
43!
New record.
I really feel like Magnet Rise should have been an ability, not a move.
Yeah. Well then there's levitate for the ability though.
I know, but do you not feel like it's cheap the fact that Magnemite and Magneton don't have levitate, but do have to have Magnet Rise?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, they are literally hovering and have always been hovering. Since they were designed, they hovered.
Yeah. kind of tell myself that they sort of bounce along. Like they settle on the floor at rest, but then they sort of drift through the air when they're moving. They repel themselves off of the Earth's gravity.
Look, if you want to convince yourself of those lies, so you can sleep at night, you do that. But
Okay. It does help me sleep at night. I was kept awake for many, many hours at night as a child, thinking about why Magnemite doesn't have levitate.
I can genuinely accept that you were kept awake at like many moons when you were a child by Pokemon in general. Maybe not specifically Magnemite.
Yeah. Fair, there wasn't abilities until Gen 3.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be the sticking point.
Yep. No, but this was back in the day when you used to lie there awake at night and go, why isn't Gust a flying move?
Yeah.
I do genuinely remember as a child having that argument with my friend.
Yeah.
Like, Gust is... it's Gust. The clue is in the name. It's a flying move, but it's a normal type move. I know it's a normal type move, but it should be a flying move. Yeah, but it's not. Well, it should be. Yeah, but it's not. Well, it should be!
Fix it in Gen 2.
Yeah, I was very grateful for that when I figured that out in Gen 2. I was like, ha! Finally! Good sense has taken command and sees things through.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, they almost certainly started out with it as a flying move and changed it at the last second because starter Bulbasaurs were going to get murdered.
Yeah. And that's why in Gen 2, Pidgey starts with Tackle instead of Ghost.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just give them Tackle instead. Why can't birds tackle? This was actually a channel meme for a while. Have you ever been tackled by a bird?
I mean, it depends what you count as a tackle.
Yeah. It flies in and hits you in the face. It's a tackle.
Well, this was what I was going to say. I'm sure I've mentioned the story about how my friend's dad got a pigeon through the visor when he was on his motorbike and, you know,
yeah,
hit him in the face and broke his nose. Now, is that tackle or is that brave bird and the pigeon died from recoil?
That's probably brave bird.
I mean, birds can totally tackle. I mean, I've seen birds fly into windows. That's totally a tackle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no, maybe that's more takedown because they tend to sit on the floor concussed afterwards.
Well, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the dividing line. How quickly you get back up afterwards.
In which case, I guess no, birds don't tackle them because you don't generally see them use their bodies to hit anything unless it's accidental.
Yeah, that's true.
They tend to fly up and try and either kick it with their feet or claw at it or peck.
So we're agreed, Pidgeys need to not have tackle anymore.
I feel like the birds don't have many claw moves.
Yeah.
Considering that most birds attack with their claws, not their beaks.
Yeah, you don't even see a lot of them getting moves like Scratch and Slash.
Yeah. I think Fearow gets Slash? Spearow, Fearow?
Yeah.
And it gets Fury Attack, which is garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there aren't many claw moves in general that are actually bird ones. Like you've got like Shadow Claw and Metal Claw and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, but these are not actually bird moves.
Yeah. I guess that's how they get access to moves outside of their type, like the elemental punches for fighting types.
Yeah. Stop breathing, please.
Crush Claw, yeah. Who's gonna get to level 70 first, Thundoro or Claptrap?
Hard to tell. I'm almost going to be sad to see us lose our flying type.
Yeah. Yeah, Slash isn't doing bad for us. Air cutter even. The air cutter? I guess it can't be. The air cutter's got to be a claw move, right? No wait, it's special. You just fly past them really quick and the air cuts them.
Yeah. I feel like that is the thing with a lot of the flying moves. Like they just rely on the fact that they're like, it's the wind,
Yeah.
and it's like that's not specifically a flying thing per se, but. And obviously, I know you've explained this in the past, but it's just like, to the English world, mirror move is not a flying move.
Yeah. I mean, they could have just called it Pirate Talk over here, but...
Yeah. Mirror move clearly sounded cooler.
Yeah. There's a few moves that didn't translate smoothly, like Splash.
Yeah.
Which is, in Japanese, can mean to splash water or to hop around.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of Pokemon that don't have anything to do with water have it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, you know, they could have called it Spasm, but it probably wouldn't have gone down very well.
Yeah. Flop. If they'd known, then they'd probably gone with something like Flop. But obviously, back in Gen 1, it only
Yeah.
yeah.
Just kind of worked.
Yeah, didn't realise it was going to cause problems later.
I mean, I've got to say, I've always kind of had an issue with Amnesia as a move.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes no sense.
I think it's supposed to be about, like, clearing your mind.
Yeah, I feel like it's meant to be about focusing or being zen or whatever. I don't think amnesia is quite the word you mean.
Yeah, not quite the word they were looking for.
A traumatic forgetting of one's past is not necessarily a good way to fight.
Yeah. I don't know, I'd like to forget my past in battle, and also other times.
And then they did Calm Mind. They
Yeah.
actually made a move called Calm Mind. It's like, I feel like maybe you should have done that first.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose there was a point where they didn't know there was going to be any sequels.
Yeah.
Like, you make the 7th game in a series, you can be pretty sure if there's going to be an 8th or not. You make the first in a series, you don't know where that's going.
Well, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, they literally named it that because it was going to be their last game.
Although it did make me laugh that since then we've just got to Final Fantasy number.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not really a Final Fantasy anymore then, is it? It's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you ever talk to somebody about Final Fantasy games who haven't played them and are not aware of the backstory, say, oh, you should play like Final Fantasy 7. Wait. Yeah, no, it's 7th game in the series. But I know, just go with it.
Yeah.
Don't question it, just go with it. I'm trying to think what other games have got like slightly misleading names or. I feel like Dragon Ball Final Bout was an odd choice when it came out.
Yeah.
It's like, why call it Final Bout?
The ultimate showdown.
But the game was awful, and it wasn't the last one by a long way.
Yeah. Well, they probably didn't think that when they were making it.
Well, it was awful that it was going to be the last one.
It wasn't. Was Final Bout the GT one?
Yeah.
That's probably why they call it Final Bout, because it's set right at the end of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final Fantasy now has online versions as well.
Yeah. Yes, Final Bout with its terrible, terrible voice acting. Well, I say terrible, terrible voice acting. It's hilarious, but it's not even remotely close to what it should be.
Yeah.
And that's the key thing. you can also tell that they got people in to translate the Japanese who had never, ever watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they translated directly or if they translated what they thought would sound better, but there are some lines that are clearly meant to be one thing and are something different.
Yeah.
I think my personal favourite one is, obviously, Vegeta's big rant, which he uses in many of the games, is the Saiyans are a true warrior race, don't underestimate us.
Mm-hmm.
And the line in that game is, the Saiyans are a fighting tribe, don't take us so lightly. And I'm like, that's clearly meant to be that.
Yeah.
And you've just translated it with different words. Did you use Google Translate for this game?
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm not going to lie, over the years that has given me a great amount of joy, that line. But...
Yeah.
Also, the fact that the voice actor they got for Vegeta is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he is in no way dark and gravelly at all. And he sounds so like he's trying to be posh. Because he's clearly read in the blurb, saying Prince, royalty.
Yeah. Whereas Toriyama deliberately tried to portray him as a thug.
Yes. But it's just beautifully hilarious in the way that he speaks. Oh, I do. I do have many fond memories of that game. I have many evil memories of that game, like having blistered thumbs from trying to perform the special moves.
Yeah.
And getting beaten in fights that I was clearly winning a minute ago just because the game had really bad controls.
Yeah.
Made me laugh as well. There were some moves, and it's like, to get hit by this move, you would literally have to be a moron. Like, you could actually perform the Spirit Bomb as Goku, but it took 15 seconds to fire. And it's like, yeah, to get hit by that, you would have to be standing still.
When would you have time to perform that on the battlefield conditions?
Yeah.
I remember in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, you could go for the Spirit Bomb win.
Yeah.
Where...
Just keep stacking, give me your energy.
Yeah, you could charge it higher and higher. If you do it 3 times and then do the Spirit Bomb, the damage was enough to one-shot any character from maximum boosted health.
Yeah.
But when would you ever have time to do that?
Yeah, it's like you would have to have no timer and literally be hiding the entire time.
Yeah.
You'd just be sitting there, letting your thingy bars go up, hiding, making sure you weren't locked on, making sure the enemy didn't find you.
Yeah. Which I suppose is legit for that kind of Spirit Bomb.
It's doable, yeah. Like, that would be the only way that you would actually do it in series. But it's just one of those things where, like, to physically do it in the game, A, you'd have to be a real dick, and B, it would be so hard to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like, didn't it also make the Spirit Bomb so large you could virtually not dodge it?
Yeah. Wasn't the worst move to dodge in that game, though.
Yeah.
DH Death Ball looking at you.
Yeah, that's broken as shit, that move.
You could fire that damn thing round corners.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, is actually how it works in the show.
Yeah.
So, points for accuracy.
Yeah, it's just that it's really fast, really strong, and nigh impossible to dodge. And what are you supposed to do about it?
Well, what you're supposed to do is instant transmission or speed dodge or whatever at the last minute. But the timing on it is virtually impossible because you're not sure if it's the edge of the ball that's the hurt box or the centre.
Yeah. But it's fair to say that game was more about being true to the anime than being strictly balanced. Because Because, I mean, if you're looking for balance in the anime...
Yeah. That game, to be fair, I think to most people that's the ultimate Dragon Ball Z fan game because everything in it is as it should be, including its broken bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's a very easy game to win. Like, even if you've never played a fighting game before, you could do quite well on that game because it's not complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to I used to major in Master Roshi in that game and was virtually virtually unstoppable. That tells you all you kind of need to know.
Yeah.
Like, didn't even equip Fly, didn't equip HP boosters, just 2 bars of health Master Roshi, and I can take anyone.
I remember trying to do all the absurd challenges in the story. Like beating Broly with Master Roshi and beating Cell with Hercule.
Yes, no, I did those.
Yeah.
I did those. And again, it was fun, because it was stupid. But some of them, I mean, the Master Roshi Broly one wasn't too bad. The Cell Hercule one, that took forever.
Yeah, you did about them as much damage to Cell as Hercule did in the anime.
Yeah, it took forever. And like, your ultimate attack either did 1 damage, no damage, or a ton of damage. And you basically, the best way to win that fight was to just spam your ultimate and pray that the dice rolled in your favour.
Yeah.
The downside to that being, if it didn't, you would almost certainly have had to take a Kamehameha to the face. And you took, yeah, like you say, like in the anime, you would just fucking die.
Yeah.
If still hit you, you would die.
It was supposed to be a joke interlude in that fight. It was possible to do, but
Yeah.
You weren't intended to do it.
Yeah.
They did have unique voice acting for if you won, though, so...
Yeah. That's another thing that I really appreciated about that game. Like, the voice acting, they went above and beyond, because that was the one where you had the Chi-Chi Encyclopedia.
Yeah, I was about to mention the Chi-Chi Encyclopedia. Chi-Chi's opinion on every single character.
Yeah, and that was just beautiful.
Some of those were hilarious.
Yeah.
Trunks is such a polite boy, unlike his father. Super Saiyan Trunks. Even a polite boy can become a delinquent.
Yeah, that's probably the most used word in that game.
Yeah. It's a translation issue, I think. It's delinquent means something slightly different in Japan. Probably don't want thrash. Locks us in.
Yeah,
and,
it's a
confuses us.
good move, but we need to get rid of Coral Break.
We do. We can put it in there if you want.
Well, no, we can't get rid of Coral Break. It's a HM.
Is it a HM?
Yeah,
that's a TM.
No, that's why. Well, try it. Oh, it's a TM.
Yeah.
I thought it was a HM. Okay, that's fine. That's why I kept saying we need to get rid of it, because I thought it was a HM.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense now. I thought you were being really obsessive about that.
Just get rid of it. Get rid of it now.
Yeah, we'll get rid of it when we go to the trainers. Calm down.
But yeah, and I remember Vegito. One delinquent and another delinquent fused to form an even bigger delinquent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did make me laugh that was just like the most used word in that game is delinquent.
Yeah. Makes more sense in Japanese, where, like in the anime, she freaks out about Gohan having yellow hair now, because in Japan, there's a lot of cultural implications to dyeing your hair blonde.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, to the point where it's banned in most schools. If you're naturally blonde, you'll be required to dye your hair black in a lot of places.
I don't think I've ever seen a naturally blonde Oriental person.
It's mostly they've got mixed blood.
Yeah. So what does delinquent mean then?
Like, well, dyeing your hair blonde and stuff like that implies that you're like a member of a gang, you're dropping out of school, doing all that kind of thing. It's having blonde hair in Japan is considered to be like very punk kind of stuff.
Does it imply that you're Western?
Basically. A lot of them, it started out as kids trying to look like Western tough guys.
Yeah.
And it's become very much a thing of gangsters, thugs, and punks.
Fair.
So yeah.
I did kind of think, because obviously when Gohan's hair goes blonde, she starts calling him a delinquent and says like, oh, you've dyed your hair. And I was thinking, yeah, to us that's just a very teenage thing to do.
Yeah, but for her, it's roughly equivalent to him coming home with a tattoo of a snake holding a knife on his forehead. That it suggests implications.
Yeah. Oh dear. So funny, those kind of things though. When you find out about them, you go, really?
Yeah. just a thing that wouldn't click to us.
Yeah. It's like, I know that Bill Bailey does a skit about when he went to, I can't remember where it was like Dubai or somewhere, and obviously I don't know how true this story is, it might just be comedic exaggeration, but I'm prepared to believe it could be true. He says, I went to Dubai and I had a small bottle of alcohol in my hand luggage because I bought it in duty free, and so I forgot to put it in my case, and the guy took it out and he was like, you can't have this, and he was like, oh no, I'm sorry, so just give it to me and I'll put it in my luggage to take it back to the UK with me, I won't use it on holiday. And the guy just dropped this in a bin because obviously he was like, no, screw you. And he says, and my brain kind of switched off for a moment as to where I was and what just happened. All my brain went was, that guy's just destroyed your expensive bottle of scotch. So he said, so I did that to him. Put a finger up at it. And obviously that got him in trouble. And then he says, then my brain kicked in and went, oh God, you realise what you've done? And he says, at which point I put my hand up to say, I'm sorry, and then did that to say, are we alright? And he says, what I didn't realise until I was being interrogated in a cell later, that apparently I had said, you have 5 fathers, shove it up your arse.
Yeah, those are...
Very different hand gestures in different countries.
Yeah, I didn't know they meant that, but I knew they were not very polite.
Yeah, apparently that's what they meant. And he was like, and it wasn't until, you know, I had to go through a whole thing of trying to convince them that I did not know that. And I think, how do you convince somebody that you didn't mean that? I mean, obviously you can portray it with like the look of horror and apology and everything, but it's one of those things where, obviously to us, that means nothing like that.
Yeah. I mean, we get odd bits like it though, like when Bush got off of a plane over here and made the wrong V gesture at the photographers.
I mean, to be fair, Churchill used to do that. So I can see why you would get confused.
Yeah. And it's obviously the reverse V is not a thing over in the US.
Yeah. There are several things that aren't things in the US that I've found out, which I find quite amusing, because you can use them and they don't know. But no, I do find certain things absolutely ridiculous. Like, I mean, the fact that the open palm, like, you know, finger spread, over here that's like a whoa, calming gesture. Over there it means you have 5 fathers. Why do you have a hand gesture specifically for you have 5 fathers?
Yeah.
I feel like that's, you know, is that the kind of level of insult you guys have? Because maybe you should take some classes.
Is it just an endemic issue in some places?
Maybe. But yeah, I do find hand gestures and communicating through sign and stuff quite amusing.
Yeah.
Just because if you do it wrong, it can mean something very different.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a lot of people who were first learning sign language and made slightly wrong gestures.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about sign language as a method of communication is the fact that it's very literal in some regards. Like the signals are blatant, so you can figure out what they are easily.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who does medical sign language, which is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Even though it shouldn't be, and it's only hilarious because it's, you know, it's got to be clear, so it's quite thingy, quite to the point. And the one that she showed me, this is a horrible thing to say, and I'm not gonna get this isn't gonna get us in trouble, but I'm just illustrating how ridiculous this is. Obviously, the topic isn't funny, but the gesture is to me very funny.
Right.
So, do you know what the sign language, not the hand gesture, the sign language for abortion is in medical terms?
I don't.
Cradle baby, drop in bin.
Oh.
And obviously, that's not really funny, but the idea that that's how you talk to somebody about it. So, you know, you're pregnant, you're considering this?
Yeah.
It's just so dumb. It's like, you kind of think, who Who decided that was the signal for that?
Yeah. Could they have not thought a little bit longer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's a step up from kicking a football. But not by much.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, ooh. Rude. Anyway, we'll move on from discussing sign language with no cam on us. Because while, like, this is a very interesting conversation from our end, it's obviously not very interesting for you guys in chat.
I do get to do some sign language to somebody at work.
Oh, yeah?
And, I mean, obviously not speaking any sign language. But she had an interpreter, but while the interpreter was filling out forms, she came over to try and strike up a conversation with me. And I managed to stumble through a little bit. I'm pretty sure she knew that I obviously didn't speak a word, but she seemed happy that I tried.
Yeah. Well, I recently got an email asking me if I would like to learn British Sign Language. And I'll be honest, I considered it, because I read it and I was like, yeah, that would be a good skill to have. I probably won't ever use it, but it'd be worth having. And it was like £3 a lesson. I was like, yeah, I'd be willing to give it £3 lesson. Hour and a half lessons. I was like, hour and a half?
It's a good deal at £3.
I know, it is a good deal. But my brain just went, an hour and a... Where am I going to have time to sit for an hour and a half and make hand gestures with people?
Yeah, that's fair.
And I was like, I appreciate the reason it's an hour and a half is because they'll be teaching us how to do it, how to link it together, and then there's a session at the end where you practice to do it because it tells you all about it. But I was like, that's a lot of commitment, far more than I was expecting.
Yeah. The conversation I had was that she came over and sort of snap pointed at me and then did like the okay gesture.
Yeah.
Which I took to be, how are you?
Yeah.
So I gave her a thumbs
Well,
up
yeah,
and then
you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that sign language is very literal. You
Yeah.
okay? That's what I got out of that. So I gave her a thumbs up and pointed back at her. And she laughed and then did a thumbs up back at me.
Yeah. Because assumingly the conversation, you okay? I'm fine. How are you? I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, that's what I think happened there. I'm
Yeah.
dreading somebody saying that conversation did not go how you thought it went.
Well, no, to be fair, that's the thing though. Like, a lot of sign language is common sense. Just read the situation and respond accordingly, even if you don't know how to say it correctly. Because I know loads of people who literally spell sign language, like, so they will spell out every word, and it takes forever, and it's a pain in the arse. But it's the only way they know how to communicate with people who use sign language. And a lot of the time, like you say, you can just sort of like make up something that roughly gets across what you're feeling. And I think the problem is, especially, and this is not something that I was aware of until not too long ago, there are regional variations in sign language.
Yeah.
And it's like, so sign language is a language in its own right, but there's no universal thing for it.
Yeah, British Sign Language is completely different to American Sign Language, and even within British Sign Language there are accents.
Yeah, there are actual accents, and that blows my mind. How do you have an accent in a mute communication?
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody who does it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, there are regionalisms and there are accents," and it says, and it can basically be as simple as the way they move their hand on certain things, and it says, you know, it means the same thing, but because they're doing it in a different place, it comes across as an accent. And I sort of sat there and I was like, but I don't think that's how accents work. I was like, I can't really argue this because I don't know how to explain what I mean.
Yeah.
But she's obviously very well informed on it because she does it professionally. And I was like, how do you learn to do it like without going mad and stuff like that? And she was like, oh, it's just, you know, if you like doing stuff with your hands and you're willing to learn, a lot of it makes a lot of sense. And just thinking, I was thinking, and again, which then my brain then went, well, yeah, but that's kind of fun. I could probably fudge something.
Yeah. So it's an intuitive enough language. I fudged my way through a bit.
Yeah.
The best bit was afterwards. After she'd left, my boss at the time came over and started talking about how she was incredibly impressed to see me signing away and having a conversation in a different language. And it's like, I don't have the heart to break it to you.
Yeah, I just made it up.
Yeah. I just improvised.
Yeah.
She knew I was improvising. She thought it was hilarious. But, you know, she liked that I tried.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, the fact that you tried is more than most people do, because most people are just behind me like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I did say something wrong. She was cracking up while I was making these gestures back at her, but she seemed very amused, and I think we understood each other at least.
Yeah. But no, it does make me laugh how things like that pan out, because they, like you say, they are... It's good to try, because then at least people feel like you're trying.
Yeah.
But it's like when people say to me, like, you know, it always makes me laugh as well, because I feel kind of like, when there are these lessons, like, and there are good deals like that, and people say, like, oh, why don't you do it? Because I've no doubt, if I talk to somebody about this at work and say, oh, I'd considered doing these sign language classes, but I don't think I'll have the time, somebody will turn around to me and go, you should, it's really useful, like, in our line of work to have those kind of skills. And I'll be like, yeah, but I look at it from the practical sense. I'm not expecting, I imagine, to encounter that many people who require sign language interpretation. And those that I do will have their own translators with them.
Yeah.
So, me doing a dodgy, cobbled together version is not going to be the same as having a professional translate for me. That's like having your cousin who's a little bit German trying to navigate you through Germany. Not quite the same. Like, speaks a bit of German, comes from a German family, hasn't lived in Germany for years. Probably not as good as me having the guy next to me who actually speaks German and English do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, even if you had a crash course, you'd probably still call an interpreter because, you know, you're trying to deal with important, delicate stuff and you need an accurate translation.
Yeah.
Can't just stumble through it.
No, it just always makes me laugh, though, when people are like, oh, you could do it. It's like, no! People dedicate a career to this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just do it on the side and be, yes, I'm as good as you. You don't need to be here.
I studied Japanese for a long while, but I don't think I could be actually fluent in it unless I went to live in Japan.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same thing. Unless you're using it on a very regular basis, you're not going to get fluent.
For me personally, with language, it's always like that. Unless you're literally using it every day, you will never get to the level you want to be at.
Yeah.
I mean, like you say, if we went and lived in a foreign country and spoke their language and spoke English at home, fine. Your English isn't going to go away because you're still practicing it.
Yeah.
You'll probably pick up an accent, but it's like I know quite a lot of people who English is their second language, and you know they speak it very well. And then you say to them, "Oh, can you still, talk your mother tongue or whatever?" And they go, "It's really hard nowadays until I go home, and then it just comes."
Yeah.
And it's because you're not using it. Like, even at home sometimes they won't use it.
A Japanese tutor talked about how he had trouble talking English when he came over here. He was born over here, moved to Japan, and then moved back over here to teach. And he was saying how the main thing that gets to him is like Japanese has a very different word order in their sentences to English. So he'd find himself talking fluent English, except... Ooh.
Finally! Except out of order.
Yeah, he'd want to put the words in the Japanese order.
Did he talk like Yoda?
Occasionally, yeah.
It still has 3 legs. I told you, it's like a snake is erupting through 2 birds.
Yeah. It's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not cool, but it still has only 3 legs. Holy hecking crap, shiny. Shiny Cubug!
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I remember having a conversation with my old boss who was Spanish. And I said, you can still speak Spanish. I know this because I've seen you translate for people. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I have to ask because, I've never asked anybody this before and I'm curious. And she went, yeah. And I went, do you speak, when you... Start again. When you think... Do you think in Spanish or in English? And she looked at me and she went, what do you mean? And I went, when you think in your head, like if you were trying to think of an idea in your head, like something to say, would you think it in Spanish, then translate it to English as you spoke it, or would you just think it in English? And she sat for a minute and she went, I don't know, I've never thought about it.
Also,
so
those stats.
Oh, so this thing brings its own thunderstorm, so we didn't need the move thunderstorm.
Yeah, apparently so. And it's a bit of a jump. A bit of a jump. The
Yeah.
steps reasonable, you know, a little
Yeah.
on the low side, but
Defense is low.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a dragon. It should evolve into a monster.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it comes with its own thunderstorm. I mean, they call it the Stormbringer, don't they?
Yeah.
So, makes sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, because obviously that's how I assumed. I don't know where I got the idea from. I obviously picked it from somewhere. That's how translation works. You think of it in your own language, then you think, how do I say this in this language? I think that's from my own experience of doing foreign languages. Like, I know what I want to say in English, then how do I say it in French or in German?
I had an Ultra Ball even though you're at the beginning. Did you pick it up somewhere?
I sense hacks.
Yeah, I suppose it's the point where it gets so second nature that you're not aware of the stage where you think of it. You just say it. But yeah, I don't know about when you're just quietly thinking to yourself.
But yeah, it just, like I say, it amused me as an idea. Because it just seemed like the sort of thing, is this vengeance?
Yes.
I mean, it's not going to affect that either because it's an electric type.
Mm.
We have Dragon Balls now, though.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool. Really?
To be fair, this is the special defense trainer.
Oh, kidding me. Resistant to water and fire, and still got friggin' burned.
Yep. Hate that move.
It's got a really high burn chance, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, is it worth just powering through and murdering it? Because we're not using physical anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then healing when we get low. I mean, if he's going to do that, then...
Yeah, that also helps. What does shiny Kobug look like? What are the colours?
We didn't burn us, thank God.
Should be able to murder the special attack trainer now, I think.
Yeah.
With the water fire.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't care about that. Putting it in Discord? Cool. I'll check it out later.
Such an annoying move.
Yeah.
Just persevere, just murder.
Mm.
We're lucky we won't even have to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to master another language, I really would, but I just don't. I no longer think I don't have the ability. I think if I had the time, I could sit down and do it.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
And like I say, unless I was exercising it regularly, it would be a waste.
Yeah, I need just finding a teacher as well. Like, after my Japanese teacher went back to Japan.
Yeah,
Like,
we went, screw this.
Yeah. Heal just in case. But like, I tried to keep up my studies, but doing it on my own without somebody to practice with, a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same thing whenever I try and... Screw off! Yeah. I have the same thing whenever I try and practice anything, like, under my own study, and it's like, I know I can do this, but I don't get anywhere near as much out of it.
Yeah. I mean, A, no teacher to correct me and teach me new stuff, and B, nobody to practice with. Do all the verbal stuff and all that.
Yeah. It is really annoying.
And there doesn't seem to be many language classes going around at the moment. When I started studying Japanese, there were tons of them, and I was like, cool, once I get good at Japanese, I'm going to try all of these. And yeah.
And then you took so long they all died.
They cut all the language classes from the community centres and that. It's pretty much all just basic maths and English skills now.
Yeah, that seems to be a thing.
They focus on just getting people into work rather than teaching you different stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't really need basic maths and English to do work depending on what work it is.
Yeah. I mean, I did a few classes back in the day when they were doing lots of good ones, but they stopped doing them.
Yeah. I haven't done any classes like that for ages. I did do a few once, but...
I did a computers class that I enjoyed. Because it was super basic, and it was... Because I'm not going to blow my own horn here. I'm pretty good with computers, but I had no computer qualifications to prove it, because I was entirely self-taught. So I went on a 2-year computers class, and I finished it in 6 months.
Fair.
Which is a fun thing to be able to say.
Not to toot your own horn or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I got myself a computers degree and an IT degree, and I'd love to do more stuff like that, but...
Are we taking our break, or...?
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll take it in a second. Try and get these EVs up. Be nice when they're maxed.
Thought you were going for a new high score there.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break there, guys. And, when we come back, hopefully we'll be able to finish this training and go off to Victory Road and see where that takes us. So see you all in a moment.
Not very far.
Alright, we're back, everybody. So I'm thinking the special attack guy is going to be the best place to train Thundor for the last couple of levels, but that probably means we need to get Claptrap's EVs sorted first.
Special attack guy?
Yeah. It's time for us to get some serious revenge.
Are you mad, man?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm absolutely fuming.
I mean, I can hear Fate swilling his brandy in the glass going, "Go on, Lumus, I dare you." This won't end well for you, boy.
We have a few other EVs. We've got really good defenses, so like HP stacks multiplicatively with defense, basically. So
It's so ridiculous how big that sprite is.
yeah, I didn't realize it was that big a Pokemon.
Does make you wonder, like, what is it in scale?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a look at the Pokédex if we can figure out how it works.
Yeah.
I want to figure out what's the biggest Pokemon we own and throw that in there. I'd like to see an Emperilla have a go at it.
I bet Hero Loon's quite a size.
Yeah.
Oh, Cocancer's got to be a size.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's practically an island. There's Tubbereel.
I want to see some desert island art of some raggedy looking fellow sat in the back of a Cocancer at sea.
Come on, let's have a look at Tubjaw. What's the size?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tubbereel, sorry. 7.9 meters.
It's length, but yeah, I guess it's kind of stood up. Looks like there isn't a compared to human thing.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Future patch, perhaps.
Mm. So hang on, it's 224.6 kilograms.
Stocky fella.
That thing weighs as much as me.
Hold on, wait. I misread the height. That's That's not 7.9 feet. That's 7.9
Yeah, 7.9 meters.
I'm surprised it doesn't weigh more. You realise how long that is?
Not off the top of my head, but it's pretty long.
We could have this thing's head in this room and its tail in the house across the street.
Yeah, that's fair.
That thing's huge. I had no idea.
Particularly vengeful towards humankind. Oh, great.
Yeah. Jaws Pokemon.
Yeah, like I say, we clearly it's... I'm disappointed its cry is not that, unless it is and we haven't noticed.
Yeah.
It's just a sped up version of that. I'm now going to listen for that the next time we actually send it out.
I mean, have you ever been...
Eat that bag! Eat it!
I remember going to like a dinosaur park, and they had statues of dinosaur-era crocodiles.
Mm.
And like, obviously there were dinosaur-sized dinosaur statues, which were huge, and my brain could accept that. But then I saw a crocodile, which I'm used to being, not that big,
Yeah.
in its historical size, and those things also grew to like 10 meters, and it was huge, and it broke my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't, when you see a crocodile, you kind of accept it to be like the height of a guy lying down with his arms out, maybe.
Yeah.
But
These things could have swallowed me whole easily.
yeah. If only we knew what killed them all. I remember I saw relatively recently somebody having a big rant online about how they got dinosaur bones and all that. It's like, how do you know what colour they were? You're just making it up. And people were like, they're not just making it up. But
Wait, what colour dinosaur skin is?
yeah.
No, they're making it up. But they're not trying to... They'll openly admit they don't know what colour the dinosaurs were. They didn't get the flesh. They're guessing they're green because a lot of lizards are green.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're not just like, let's colour it in whatever colour we can.
Yeah. Now, they're not just casually making it up, but they are guessing. Green and brown makes sense.
Yeah. Well, this guy was like having a full on. He's like, how do they know the skin texture's like that? And people were like, dude, you're taking this way too far.
They're filling it in with the descendants of dinosaurs. There we go. Finally hit that point. With what they know of the descendants of dinosaurs.
Yeah. But I've never seen somebody get so irrationally angry about it.
Yeah.
I suppose discharge is a decent move at least.
Yeah. You like dinosaurs having feathers? We're now pretty sure that they do. But I mean, it's not like any of the feathers survived.
Yeah.
The feathered dinosaurs I see in all kinds of colours.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just making that one up. Maybe they think all dinosaurs are parrots.
That's better.
Yeah, glad to see that.
Thunderstorm's not going to do anything because we're going to murder them all too quickly.
Yeah.
That thing does look like a giant snake that has ripped its way through two bird torsos, though.
Yes.
It really does.
So it's half dragon, half wither. I can only assume.
Based on the 3 legs and the snake-like appearance?
Yeah, yeah. I've been infuriating everybody in my Skyrim streams by talking about how I've not seen a dragon in this game yet, just lots of wyverns. Apparently dragons in that setting only have 2 limbs.
I do find that weird.
Yeah. Give me a real dragon, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think I find it weird because, like, whichever way you look at a dragon, like, in whichever culture, it's usually got 4 limbs.
Yeah.
Like, the Oriental ones have got limbs in slightly weirder places than what we would expect, but they still have 4 limbs.
Yeah.
And, like, the westernized dragons... Yeah, the wings are a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. The wings are thrown in for free.
Krill Vulva, the you coming at me punk Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think I actually prefer its unevolved form. I think it looks cooler.
Yeah. bothers me that it's lopsided. How many animals are
Yeah.
asymmetric? Should have a gun in each hand.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that would kind of be the thing that made this better than the previous. Like, it's on because the other one's kind of like the gun is attached to its face almost, like it's the side of its head. Whereas this one, it's like it's holding a gun. It should be holding twin guns.
Well, I suppose there are crabs that have like one claw larger than the other.
Yeah.
It's probably not that different.
But it's not a crab.
No. It's along that line of life, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a shrimp.
Yeah. Distant relatives of the crab.
Possibly a giant prawn. Prawns are like such weird things.
Yeah. Where are you? Lucky egg. We don't need to be healing anymore. Punch the heck out of this guy.
Vengeance!
What's up, Killcat? You coming in? But you won't stay in. We've got a guest and the fan zone. You hate both of those things. Oh,
Hello.
actually came to say hi to you.
Hello.
Just trying to get your attention.
She's like, nope, not worth it. She's gonna sit in the doorway
Yeah.
so you can't shut the door.
Torment. Yeah. Honestly, any situation where we're scared of them using the same move in a turn, we're probably not going to be getting a move, we're going to be heal looping.
Yeah. I mean, this thing is not a fast Pokemon, so no.
Mm. Yep, it's gonna sit there. What's that, Phil? What's that to? What? What is it? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. She's off. My family must have gone to bed if she's meowing. Yeah, so we might have another attempt at Victory Road tonight, but it does not look like we're doing the Elite Four.
No, I think that's going to be the grand finale.
Yeah, especially considering that you've got your rocket launch at 0 hour 4 AM.
That's like I said, that's one of the reasons I was like, I make sure everything's ready to go before I come out, because I literally want to walk in through the door tonight and get straight into bed.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
But it's going to be the usual thing. I'll walk straight in, get into bed, then lie there for about 20 minutes to half an hour going...
Yeah. You know that feeling.
So annoying. I'm sure that I'll not start doing that again, like, after I've actually started, you know, getting back to things, because I'll get home and be like, I'm so tired, I'll just go straight to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried to get into the habit of getting up early again to make my sleep cycle a bit better. I got up at 5:30 this morning, so...
Yeah, I'm working a lot on my sleep schedule lately, although I keep getting hiccups. And those hiccups keep me awake all night. It's awful. Have you ever tried to sleep with hiccups?
I think I probably have previously, but it's definitely something that's kept me awake before. And you're lying there and your body just starts spasming every few minutes, and you're like, oh, for God's sake!
Yeah.
And then you get to the point where you're like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. God damn it! It makes me laugh because hiccups make the most amusing noises. Like, because I've heard all variety of hiccups. I've got friends and when they hiccup they go like, and it just sounds like they're breathing a little bit. And then I've had it where I've been like, and it's like, well, that's just annoying as hell. I hope this one doesn't last.
Yeah. I hardly ever get hiccups. When I do, they are bad. It's like being punched in the lungs every time it goes off.
Yeah, I've definitely, I don't get them very often at all. When I do, it's definitely like your sternum's being dragged into the center of your chest, and you're like, ugh!
Yeah, those are painful.
Stop it! Ugh! And you try everything, like, you sit there doing slow breathing. Slow breathing will make it go away. Oh, slow breathing did nothing!
Like I try all the tricks, holding my breath, drinking water. But the thing is, those mostly only work if you don't know why they work, and I do, so I'm aware of it, and that stops it from doing anything.
Have you tried standing on your head?
I don't think I could do that if I wanted to.
Have you tried scaring yourself?
How do you scare yourself is the thing. You kind of know that it's coming.
Have two boxes that weigh the same. One of which has got something in it will destroy your computer. One of which doesn't. You put it on top of your computer and see if the hiccups go away.
Oh man, we had this.
Schrodinger's cat for your computer. That'll scare you.
I had this game as a kid. God, it's called like Jumping Jack Pirate or something.
Oh, you mean like a board game? Or are you talking about a computer game?
Technically a board game, I guess, but
But
it's
it's
more
not-
like a barrel thing.
Yeah, Pop-Up Pirate.
Pop-Up Pirate, that's
yeah,
the one.
I had that.
I remember, I don't know if it happened more than once, but I have clear burned into my mind memories of one occasion where... So the deal is, you've got a barrel with a pirate in it, and there's swords in the barrel, and you pull out a sword, and if the pirate leaps up into the air, you've lost.
Yep.
And yeah, as a kid, I found it quite difficult to pull out the swords. Sometimes they got a little stuck, so I'd lean in close and really put some force into it. And at least once the pirate flew up and hit me in the jaw.
Yeah. Similar game that caused similar issues was Buckaroo.
Yeah.
That was a good one for getting something launched into your face at reasonable speed. No, I quite liked Pop-Up Pirate. That was a fun game. Know what I'm getting you for your next birthday.
Oh no.
The return of Pop-Up Pirate.
Pop-Up Pirate roulette at my next birthday party. Everybody's got to lean over it as they take the sword out.
Did you ever have the... I can't remember what it was called. There was like another version of Pop-Up Pirate with a ship.
Don't think I ever saw that.
And I had that one as well. And it worked differently in that you had to like stick knives into it. And every time you stuck a knife, it had a balloon instead of a sail.
Oh, okay.
And it was uninflated. And every time you put a knife in, it pumped the balloon up. And you were the one that lost if you were the one that made the balloon pop off and fly away.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot less scary and painful than Pop-Up Pirate.
Yeah.
But I remember that and quite enjoyed it.
Had both fun times. You didn't get
And it-
either of those, Miki?
And it was the same pirate on that ship. Like the exact same design because it was essentially the same game, people.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do a mini version of Pop-Up Pirate now. One that's like... Because the original one was quite sizable. Like the barrel was like the size of a pineapple.
Yeah.
I think they do one now that's like no bigger than your mug.
Don't know if that makes it more or less dangerous.
Depends on the force of the projectile, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, you could use it as a projectile, like point it at people and pull out the knife you know is going to do it.
Yeah.
That is the one thing that never made sense to me for Pop-Up Pirate. Why does he jump when you pull the knives out?
Yeah, you'd think that you jump while you're putting the knife in.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the original plan, but they decided it was a little too grim.
It's probably just too tricky to do.
Yeah, maybe. Also, you lose the knives everywhere.
Yeah. But no, those were fun games.
Yeah, let's go for a speedy tank with some nice status moves. Way to turn the tough battles down.
Well, this thing will hopefully help us.
Yeah, hopefully. Is this the one to finally teach Toxic to?
Well, it's probably the tankiest thing we've got.
Yeah. This is most everything that we've got. Those stats are great.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of why we were like, do we want to raise this for the end game? The answer is yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah. So yeah, we were saying about we're probably not going to finish this tonight, almost certainly. So the plan is that we're going to be finishing this next Monday. And this Wednesday will be the new team stream as planned. Yeah, Minecrafting event that we had planned out. So yeah, so new stream will go ahead as normal on Wednesday, and this game will continue till Monday. I am planning to draw the poll results tonight, as I said I would. But I'm warning you guys now, okay? If that poll result is tied, I'm leaving it until the end of the next Pokemon Uranium session. So you will have to put up with an entire week of Nightbot constantly pestering you with vote reminders. I'm not having it, Miki. Every single poll I've done has been tied when I've tried to draw it. Every single one. I'm sure you guys are doing this on purpose. Cold tonight, so you have 2 blankets. Is it that cold?
I'm not cold, I'm freaking boiling.
Yeah. Well, let's be fair, this room gets quite warm. There's 2 of us in here with computers and stuff.
Yeah.
To be fair, you're kind of wrapped up.
Yeah, I've got a jumper on. So it was cold earlier today, although I have got trainer socks on.
Yeah.
Mainly because on principle, once I put a pair of socks on for there, I don't change them unless I have to.
Yeah.
I've got my cheesy American socks for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend went to Seattle and he bought me back a pair of Seattle socks that are ridiculously designed because they're American, but they're actually quite comfy. So
Okay. Hey, I think you mentioned those. He picked them because they were the tackiest things he could find.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear them tomorrow. I'm gonna wear them and see if he notices I'm wearing them. He's not the most observant person in the world. I've nicked his driving license out of his wallet 3 times and he's never noticed until I give it him back.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess. Not been cold lately, but when you're sitting in the conservatory with the door open waiting for the cat to come back in the
Yeah,
evening,
that's legit.
it gets a little cool.
That's legit.
Let's put a blanket on. Hooray, level 70. Trying to learn Thunder. I'm inclined to say Discharge is better.
Yeah. I mean, we could get a shockwave if we wanted, but
Yeah. Having a never miss move is kind of useful.
yeah.
I mean, if we get Thunderbolt, we probably want to keep Shockwave and replace Discharge.
Yeah.
I can only see us using Thunder if we've popped a lot of X accuracies, but then again, we may well do that for the Elite Four.
Yeah. It's up to you. I mean, it's a powerful hit. Oh no, it's. I don't imagine it works like that, does it? I was gonna say, does Thunder always hit because we have Thunderstorm?
I honestly have no idea.
Because Thunder always hits if it's Rain Dancing in later gens.
Yeah.
but I would assume it probably doesn't in this one. But does it always hit if we have Thunderstorm?
That's a good question. It's probably worth looking up. Is Shockwave a TM? Shockwave's a TM, right?
There probably is a TM of Shockwave, whether or not we have it.
I feel like I taught Shockwave via TM, so let's replace Shockwave for now. I'm sure we can get... Well, either it's a TM or the move reminders can teach it.
Yeah,
so
true.
I'll put Thunder in for now and...
See.
Yeah.
We'll test the theory.
And you can try it now, I guess.
Do we have a thing going now?
Yes, there's always a storm going if Thundora's out.
Yeah, but it does end.
Oh, does it eventually wear off?
Yeah, I've seen it end a couple of times. That's why I said, do we have it out now?
Yeah. So there's always a storm that starts when we send Thundora out, but it doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, it's not
stick
like
around.
it's not like in later ones where it's like permanent.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to stop having my dad's calling again now.
Okay. Hope everything's okay.
But he's calling at this time.
Yeah, it's worrying.
Hello?
55, nice. Even with those extra speed EVs, I tried to give Claptrap, still getting +0. I shouldn't have given Claptrap any speed EVs at all, but I thought maybe we could get somewhere. I'm wearing short sleeves today. Yeah, it's been a long while since I've not worn short sleeves. Yeah, speed's an odd stat because it's super important to be faster than your opponent, but you don't gain a lot for being a lot faster than your opponent. You're either faster or you're not. Like, more attack is always good. More defense, more anything else is always good. But speed, you want one more than your opponent and not a speed point more. So Thunder doesn't have an animation, but so far it's not missed. Everything alright?
Yeah, that was nothing that could not have been solved with the text. But why text when you can ring in the middle of something and interrupt it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's resolved. I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. Well, either Storm makes Thunder always hit, or Thunder just hit 5 times in a row.
I mean, that seems unlikely.
Yeah. I'll give it another round just to see, since we get 10 of them, but it seems like Thunder always hits. Which is really, really good.
Well, I know that later they changed it so that if a rain dance was happening, Thunder always hit.
Yeah.
And they added Thunderstorm specifically for this game, and I was like, so I assume it will have the same effect.
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
In which case, Thunder is actually a decent move for this Pokemon.
Yeah. Actually really good.
And we don't need to bother wasting energy and time going to find Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
I mean, 70% accuracy. There's a chance it could have hit 5 times in a row. It still seems unlikely, though.
Yes, very. I think if it hits 10 times in a row, we can pretty much conclusively say.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, there's it's only Thunder. There's a noise, but nothing visual.
Yeah, it is only Thunder. Which is technically accurate.
Yeah.
Shouldn't actually do any damage, like, but...
I would consider Pure Thunder to be a flying type move, like it's a blast of air.
I've never quite understood why Thunder is, like, the electric thing in, like, Japanese games.
Yeah.
Like, I know, I don't get me wrong, I get it. Thunder sounds so much cooler than lightning.
Yeah.
And you can make it more interesting words out of thunder than lightning. But it's the lightning that does the damage.
Yeah. I liked it in old D&D 3.5, maybe in the later editions, I don't know. Maybe even in the earlier editions, but...
D&D 3.5.
You had... Mages often had lightning moves that did electric damage, and thunder moves that did sound damage.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I approve.
Okay. Have fun, Miki. Good
Yeah.
hunting.
I approve of that. I like silly little simple things like that make more sense.
Yeah. Well, what, Mangle? What's up? One of my favourite things.
370s and a 55.
Yeah. Let's go have another look at Victory Road, I guess. We'll leave the XP
I mean,
share
yeah,
and Claptrap.
our special attack is garbage, but that's fine because we're not a special attacker.
Yeah.
Everything else is actually pretty good.
Those are not bad stats. The Pokemon that will be able to take ahead.
I mean, let's be honest, it's the defense we're more bothered about.
Yeah. Thanks, Miki. Really appreciate that.
Yes, it looks like I'll see you at least one more time, Miki.
Yeah. You see us replacing Thrash with... I'd like to have Toxic on something. The Elite Four. You see us putting it on Claptrap because he's fairly chunky.
Yeah. I mean, that or Thundura. Because now we know that Thunder is a dead cert, we probably don't need Discharge.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be pretty much entirely for PP, and you can buy others in this game, so...
Oh, good. Oh, don't worry. I'm already a stranger, like, just a fact. But yeah, I almost certainly will be a stranger because when I disappear off the stream, unless you're watching the episodes I'm in on YouTube, I won't be back for quite some time.
Doesn't mean we'll never see you again.
No, it doesn't mean you'll never see me again, but it definitely will be a while. I mean, space trips aren't short, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to have to stay in orbit for a week to come back for next week. That's not going to go down well.
Be a hard sell.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just wait until we've set off, and then I'll just completely lose my rag that I forgot something.
What you want to do is move some vital equipment out of the spacecraft, and then say, "Oh, well, I'll be the one to go back down and fetch it."
just as we're about to set off, just push it out the door.
Yeah. I don't think I got a catch in here, by the way. We can Half-Life something.
Yeah, I'm not likely to forget you, Miki.
Yeah, you're unforgettable.
Oh, thank God, I've already got one of them.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we traded that thing. Not only did it give us the glorious Kai the 7th, but just look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I doubted at the time, but in retrospect, obviously the right call.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, to be fair, it makes me laugh. How long has it been since we've actually bothered to train Kai?
We've never deliberately trained Kai. It's never been necessary.
There, and he's been untouchable king for such a long time.
Yeah. It's like the first time since we got Kai that there's other people the same level as him.
Yeah, this is true. And he is the king.
He is. Is there anything else in this cave? Anything at all?
Yeah, them.
Well, we got one. We've already got one of those, but this also suggests very strongly that this is probably the same cave as the other ones. I mean, to be fair, it was a safe assumption anyway, but
Yeah.
you can dream.
I mean, do we want to just press on if something pops up?
Yeah.
Probably swap Radion out though,
Yeah.
because he's going to be our catcher.
Yeah. I mean, he should be still good in a fight. but-
Yeah, he should be fine, but I'm just thinking it's safer to make sure we don't accidentally use a move up that we might need.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or, you know, God forbid something happens to him.
Yeah. We've been told way too much about this region's legendary Pokemon, man.
You.
So it's Dragon Steel.
Yeah. neutral.
Yeah. Well, ice is, yeah. Our things are going to be neutral and his are going to be super effective. We want out of this one.
Do we have actually anything that's good here?
Golly Kid?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, or even Kai.
Yeah. Well, no,
Well, no,
no,
it's
Kai will be
Dragon
neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kai will be neutral. Alright, Golly Kid, we'll punch this thing. I was just struck by the novelty of Kai being at a level for us to use without it being a waste of XP. So this guy probably all dragons.
Maybe. Nope.
Yeah.
No, we don't have a steel type anymore.
Yeah.
That's what, psychic poison.
Mhm.
Dark type's probably not up to it.
Yeah, sadly. Fairy resist psychic at least, right?
But isn't it weak to poison?
Oh, yeah, good point. Thundoro or Kai then?
Yeah, I'm gonna say either of those will kill it.
Come get some air, Kai.
Been a while. I like the fact that we've not like specifically, but we've kind of gone back to having a burb as one of our majors by having the dragon burb.
Yeah. Definitely have a lot of flying types through this game.
Yeah. And lots of actual birds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
you made a mistake.
Should be way, way faster, right?
Hard to tell, but
Do we want to swap then?
2?
Thundoro?
Yeah, I guess double resistant.
We've got flying moves for the grass. I can never remember if electric was this flying. I think it might do.
Well, they won't resist dragon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. Jelin's like as tanky as hell.
I mean, special defense tends to be. There are a lot of ground types in this game, but we didn't tend to catch many in our run.
Yeah. There were quite. We have encountered many ground types.
Reject your reality and substitute my own. Uh-huh.
Good for you.
That's not ideal behavior in a scientist. And you, what's your deal? And that solves that.
Electricity for a question for a thing.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Suppose we go straight to Thundoro. Or, well, or to Garlic Kid.
Yeah, whichever.
Garlic Kid's a lower level. Let's go use our ground move.
Would you do it? Every freaking time!
Yeah. Signal beam. That's neutral, so. Yeah, I can see that being better than Thunder. Whoa.
Oh, it's that thing
the,
again.
The owlbear. Did we ever work out, does it have a secondary type?
I don't remember.
might be dark electric.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that was convenient.
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
Again?
Just had one of these.
Well, we were
Yeah.
prepared for it this time.
Yeah, this is half the reason we took Ice Punch.
Oof. Bit late.
I think Jelly is super tanky except ours. Ours is a glass cannon. Oh, this thing again. So, electric psychic?
Yep.
Not good for Garlic Cup.
Nope.
Darfluff, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna use a psychic move and then we can Moonbeam it.
Moonbeam. I do love Neophyte, it looks so good.
Yeah. Instant crash! Wasn't that one of Radix's moves?
He wishes he had a move that cool.
Yeah. Come on, the double Sunday is a classic.
Oh, it is, I'm not saying it's not. But...
It's a better name than Keep Your Eye on the Birdie. What sort of name for a move is that?
An exhibitionist name.
Hmm.
Oh, woo, Iron Tail.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else in here we can catch.
No. This is like the grown-up cave from the one where we actually caught
Yeah.
our Foxic.
Oh, we're back to the surface again? No, still in a cave. Hi, you. You sure look cute. Not to mention strong. How about a battle, cutie?
I need an adult.
Yeah. Everybody in this game hits them. Okay, Fairy Trainer. What's good against Fairy? Nothing?
Poison. Now, is Fairy weak to fighting or is fighting weak to Fairy?
Fighting's weak to Fairy.
Okay.
Poison and Steel are the two that I know work well.
Well, let's hit it with ice then, because we don't have a lot else.
Yeah. We have two types, you don't.
That hurt more than it should have done.
Fairy doesn't resist Fairy, apparently.
Let's hit it with a fucking Moonbeam then.
Yeah. Have it back!
Good at special attack, though. Yeah, that noticeably weakened it. Are they a Fairy Trainer or are they an Eevee Trainer? Ooh, God.
How is that thing?
Pretty sure it's fighting, so I don't think we want to be here.
Yeah.
I think it's fighting Fairy.
Fighting Fairy. I guess that's Kai's business.
Yeah. Burn it down.
Well, fly at it.
Well, either way. Final Gambit.
It's your first move.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
No!
No! What the hell?
What?
Is that a suicide move?
That's explosion, yeah.
It was a suicide
That's fighting
move.
type explosion, I guess.
You son of a bitch.
Oh.
Oh, you fucking kidding me. Oh. Well, it didn't matter who we sent out there. I suppose we should be grateful we didn't send out Thundora.
Yeah. Oh.
I hate this game. hate this game.
Send out Radion and just nuke everything?
Yeah. That's it. Everything dies.
Just gonna do that.
Yeah, fairy trainer. No! The glorious reign of Kai!
I didn't want to say it, but I felt like it was such a bad omen that Kai was the same level as the rest of the squad. We're not gonna have any Pokemon left by the time we reach the Elite Four.
Do we have a fire type to replace Kai with?
I think we got one of the fire bugs.
Yeah, do we have any other fire types, or is it just that?
Not convinced we do. Also, that was our Pokemon with flies, so I don't know if Thundara can still learn that.
Damn, son of a...
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to keep fighting our way through at this point?
Let's like see where we can get to.
Yeah.
Or do we want to go back and fix our squad? Level up Claptrap and whoever's new.
This stream has not gone well, Lumus.
It has not.
We're never gonna finish this game. I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, I know you're not gonna have the time to do this, but I feel like you should train somebody up off screen, or we're never gonna finish this game.
Yeah.
Because the next stream will be raising the newbie again.
That's the escape rope when we get out of here. And we're just risking losing somebody else.
There it is.
You see if Thundara can learn Fly to replace Air Cutter? Although it's
physical.
physical, yeah, that's not much good. We're just gonna have to use a Box Flyer. And walk back, I guess.
Walk back in shame and misery.
Yeah.
Hate you. Hate you both.
Claptrap's high enough a level to train with the ninjas. We can put the XP share on whatever's new.
Assuming they're going to be Firebug.
Yeah.
How dare you use Final Gambit? How dare you?
Yeah. It's just mad. I mean, it can't have been fighting because Kai would have resisted it. So is it normal explosion? Well, no, explosion's already normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what type is it? Did those mad fools finally do it? They came up with an explosion that could even kill a ghost type? Why, Kai? Why?
You were supposed to be the chosen one! You're supposed to lead us to victory against the Elite Four!
You were supposed to give us hope, not destroy it. Final Gambit is fighting type?
It is fighting.
Why was it neutral against Kai then?
The user faints but does equal HP damage to the opponent.
Oh, so it's not flat damage.
So if we'd have had more HP, we could have survived.
Yeah. But that thing obviously had tons of HP, just look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Auntie.
Dick move.
Yeah. Auntie is our only fire type.
Well, that's annoying.
I mean, we don't have a bug.
No. We had a bug.
Yeah.
Sniper, what does that do again?
Increases crit chance. Oh, crits do more damage.
Okay.
That's not bad.
He's a high special attacker at least.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
I think he's literally...
Yeah, literally the only fire type we've got.
He's literally the only one offering something that we've not got elsewhere.
Yep.
Technically, there's Lady Thumb. I don't think we have another ground type, but
Yeah.
single typed. I think it's got to be Auntie.
Yeah. Oh god.
The most devilish of Banana Man villains.
Well, the only other thing we've got is Hugger.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, we've not got ground or flying.
No. So there is Hugger.
Yeah. Maybe, is it time for Hugger's return?
I don't know. I mean, how well do we cover Fire and Bug without Fire and Bug? That's the question.
Well, grass types, we've got Ice. Steel types, we've got Fighting. Guess we've not really got a solid solution for... Well, no, actually. Bug types, the flying will replace it.
Hugger might not be a bad option.
Yeah.
But he is an old gen monster.
Not in this form, though.
Yeah,
Right.
no. Gligar's in other gens.
Okay. Oh, it's not unique. The evolved form's not unique to this one?
No.
Okay.
Gligar's definitely a later gen Pokemon.
Okay. Use some Gligar, right?
That would be nice.
That would be perfect. Yeah, so do we want the more sensible option or do we want the more original option? We should probably go with the more original option. We've always tried to use unique Pokemon unique to this game, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Hugger would be a reasonably solid choice, but...
I said we'll need Hugger out real quick to fly ourselves there.
I don't think he has fly, does he?
No, but you can hopefully learn it.
Hopefully.
If
Do we actually have another flyer?
I don't think we do, no.
I know we do. We've got the grass bird.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do we want to teach? I'd rather not teach Hugger fly unless we're gonna give it him as a permanent move.
I mean,
Which I guess we
he's a
could.
physical attacker. I don't see
Yeah.
why we wouldn't.
We could. What moves has he got? Oh, because he's got acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very strong though.
I mean, it's 110 power if you're not using an item. That's the deal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so it is better then.
If we're not using an item, we could get some good items.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we'd give him.
Okay. Well, we'll use the Gamora as
Yeah.
the flying machine then.
This stream has not gone well.
No, he hasn't. Alright. Back to the ninjas. We made a little bit of progress into the Elite Four.
It was negligible and you know it.
Yeah, I do know it.
Can't believe Kai's gone.
No.
I mean, this stream has literally been losing the old guard, because we've lost Bubblebug and Kai,
Yeah.
both of whom have seen us through some very tricky times.
Yep.
Definitely feels like this game's got it in for us in the final stage.
Yeah. Yeah, things got rough.
Because it knows we're near the end, and then we'll be rid of it.
There is no escape.
But if I break them, they'll have to start again. And then I'll have them for even longer.
It was the wolf evolving into the super bug.
We needed a baby bug.
Oh, okay.
That's why we haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yes, we needed a baby bug that you give royal jelly to, and then you had to get the baby bug to level 45. Then it turns into the super bug. Which is crap, because I certainly wouldn't have been opposed to the super bug about now.
Yeah. Auntie's stat layout. So special attacker. Everything else is about neutral. Incinerate, Nightshade, Scary Face.
Well, at least she's got Incinerate. That's a half decent move for a low level.
Yeah. Yeah, Claptrap should be a high enough level to rumble with these. So next session we'll start by getting Claptrap to 70 and then trying Victory Road again with Auntie carrying the EXP share. Hopefully Auntie will level faster at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just ugh.
Alright. I'll see you guys next time for the finale, question mark?
I'm not feeling very confident anymore.
Yeah. Ooh, let's call that poll. I warned you. I warned you and you gave me a tie. The poll's staying up until the end of the next Uranium stream now. You brought this upon yourselves. See ya, Mangle. Thanks for hanging out. And Asmoth, good luck in your flight tomorrow. Think of us all when you're staring down at that big blue marble and spitting.
Think of you all as I'm bursting through the atmosphere going, please don't turn into flames, please don't burst into flames.
Yeah. And this looks like we'll be seeing you next Monday.
Yes, it certainly looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah. So tomorrow's going to be Dark Souls 2, followed by the retro stream. And don't forget, Wednesday evening we'll be starting our Minecraft playthrough, the new team stream. So I hope to see you guys for that. Thanks for being here, everybody. Losses aside, it's been good. See you all next time.
See ya.